Hello, Internet, and welcome to Saturday Nights. We're here to play some D&D 5e's for all you fine peeps out there. Gonna run through some announcements here in a second. Bear with us on this one because I'm running tech as well as running the game right now, so a lot of irons in the fire. We have lots of fun stuff for you people out there to enjoy throughout the week. I will draw your attention to our streaming schedule below. If you scroll down a little bit on the Twitch channel, you can see all of our shows that we're scheduled to have throughout the week and weeks to come. You can check those all out here and keep an eye on our Twitter for live updates on when we go live and any schedule changes. We also, let's see, what do we have new coming up? Nothing in this next week. Not sure if I'm going to get the Cyberscape episode up tomorrow. A lot of stuff going on right now. I'm going to try. We obviously have some... I have a new face here today. Sid is joining us for as a guest appearance. As you can see on the screen already, he's going to be playing a monk, and we'll get to her soon. Let me go ahead and run through. Does anybody have anything, or Sid, I guess, tell anything that you're working on that you want to go ahead and plug real quick?
Sure. Hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on Twitter at GreekSid. Right now, mainly I'm over here. I'm every other Sunday here on GG Game Nights, doing Slaying 101. Woot woot. Very excited. Had a great little premiere last week. It was baller. And I'm over on Fem NPC every other Tuesday, doing Neverland 5e. Hashtag Peter Pan is a lich. Don't know. We'll see. But Super Dylan, Diana is a baller GM over there too. So check her out for show. And I'm here and I'm very excited. It's going to be fun. Very
cool. Of course, you know the rest of these losers.
These awesome people.
Anyone else have anything they want to plug that's not the standard fare?
Wetmunch.com for all of your shopping needs.
That hasn't even dropped yet. Nobody understands the context of what you're saying.
I know. I just sound very scary.
You have not yet actually purchased.
I haven't bought it yet. That episode won't come out for like 2 months. I got time.
Well, you've ruined it now. You've got to go buy it, or else somebody's gonna go do it.
Well, maybe that's part of the plan, Sean.
Jeez, Ryan. Look forward to that spoiler in like 4 episodes of Cyberscape. Let's get caught up. I have one thing to plug that isn't part of the channel. I am currently working on a project with Dark Galaxies Gaming. We are in the process of putting together a D&D module called Tales from Doldaria. It's going to be it's unlike any module that I've seen before. It's going to be really fun, I think. I'm working on it as an editor. There are details on Dark Galaxies Gaming's Patreon. If you go over to their Twitter, you should find a link there. And they've got a whole write-up that I'm not going to go through right now. But you can check it out. It's going to be hopefully going up in the next year. I think they're going to do a Kickstarter in the coming months to finance it. That hasn't gone live yet. Currently trying to build up some interest on Patreon, so if you're interested in it, go read it and check it out and support it, even if it's just dropping $1 or something. Every little bit helps. I think that's it as far as stuff. That's all I'm going to plug, at least. So let's go ahead and jump back into the game. So last time on Saturday Nights, y'all had dealt with the Midnight Reavers, a bandit group that turned out to be a organized group of common folk and villagers that had been scamming the people of Quildan for many months now, under the guise of this bandit organization. You, in investigating the Bandit King and their cohorts, had done away with the Midnight Reavers and killed their leader, the mayor of the town of Breck. You left, letting the Bounty of the Righteous deal with any problems there, and began your journey south to take on the Ice Rats, a group of hobgoblin pirates on the southern shore of Ishfornen. Halfway there, you ran into an old friend of yours, the horse devil, the Orobus demon, I can't say that word, who you finally had a chance to talk to, introduced themselves as Halcon, and in lieu of fighting said, "Horseman, you decided to make a deal. Halcon offered you a contract in exchange for the rights to Chad's soul. You were given an amulet that would glow when you see or in the presence of the Bandit King, an effort to free Halcon from their subservience, their obedience, their servitude of the Bandit King. And there was an additional clause within there that if you're able to kill this figure, this bandit ruler, that it would render the contract null and void, and Chad would get his soul back. So you signed on the dotted line and continued on your merry way. Not far to the south, just off the coast, you found the hideout of the Ice Rats behind a waterfall deep within the hills in this southern edge of the continent. You snuck in underwater, Navy SEAL style, and breaching the surface began your ambush of the hobgoblin pirates. You have killed a few of them at this point. I don't know where the death tally is right now, 3 or 4. And as you were beginning to gain on them, breaching and coming up onto the ship, the hobgoblin pirate captain, Roth Blackwater, as you've been given his name before, rang a bell on the ship, and emerging from the waters below, a terrifying beast, a hydra, emerged and began its assault on your party. And that's where we're going to pick up, right in the middle of that. So what I need from everyone right now is to roll initiative. And what I'm gonna
All right, just jumping in here. All right, cool.
What I'm gonna go ahead and do, Jesus, Ryan. What I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Yeah, you and I rolled last week was a zero.
Yeah, and I
going down.
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna put your tokens on the field, Hilda and Daffy, and both of you can go ahead and roll.
Okay, let me. Can I also?
So I rolled a
while I'm
1.
at it?
So that's a 6.
Oh, geez. Hilda, what was it that you were saying?
Can I get also a token for Panger just in case?
Yes, you can.
While you're at it.
And Sid, if you click, I gave you a character sheet just for the purpose of rolling initiative.
Oh, cool.
So what you can do is just click on your token. Are you familiar enough with Roll20 and how the initiative?
For the most part.
Yeah, just click it and click the initiative thing, and then you can override the number once it's in the turn order. Let me get.
That I don't know how to do.
Okay, that's fine. Just click on your token. Daffy should be there on the ship right now, and
Oh, she's not clickable.
she's not clickable. Oh, did I not give you? Huh. Well, I'll just do it for you. It's fine.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'll fix that. No, that's probably something that I have done. Oh, yeah, because I didn't give you the ability to control it. Now you should be able to click it.
Hey, okay.
There you go.
Hey.
And then Panger. What form is Panger in right now?
He's still an owl.
Owl. Okay.
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna do a little narration and I'll get you guys. I apologize to the chat and everyone out there watching right now because of the nature, because I'm the one running it. I can't do the battle map because then you'll be seeing all my DM stuff, and I don't want that. So we're gonna do our best to be narrative, but a picture a massive cavern, a ship lightly jostled in the center of this water or dark water pool in the center of this cavern, waterfall that you guys have come through behind you, and currently on the deck of the ship you have 3 of these hobgoblin like mages that are currently like in the on these platforms in the masts at an elevation. Roth Blackwater is on the deck of the ship. All the rest of you are on the deck as well, I think. Yeah, pretty much facing off. And a Hydra has just emerged from the water, grabbed on to your giant elk friend, who was also still walking across the water. Due to Jules' water walk spell, and things just went bad. So let's see. I think that's the rest of you. Oh, I've got to do some rolling real quick. Let's see. Well, that doesn't help. Initiative. Go. You say you roll a 6?
6.
Okay. Roll for the hobgoblins.
The gerblins.
God, he rolls so well. Can't I roll that well? And the Hydra. They all rolled pretty good. So here's what happens. At the top of the round, the Hydra has just emerged from the water. It is its 5 heads latching on to your your giant elk, beginning to try to drag it down into the water. At that moment, there is a blinding flash of light and probably a bit of frustration from most of you as the geode that one of you is carrying right now, Chad is carrying, electricity surges out from it, striking across the field. And in that flash of light, Jules disappears, Orzib disappears, the hobgoblin standing in front of you, Chad, disappears, and one on the rafters disappears.
What?
However, Hilda is now standing on the deck of the ship, spawned by this lightning blast. Panger perched beside her. And that's where we're at right now. So it is the hobgoblin, is Roth Blackwater's turn. Where is he? Is just ringing the bell, the dinner bell for the Hydra. And he decides to, he's going to take another shot with his pistol. And Hilda, I will mention that you should be at a full long rest too.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He is going to take a shot at... Yeah, he's going to take a shot at Hilda because you just appeared.
Oh, great. That's fine.
Right away.
Rude.
That'll be a range attack. Well, that's a natural 20.
Oh gosh, well I can't block that.
That's a 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And then he takes a second shot over towards Chad. That's a natural 1. There's balance in the world. And that deflects off Chad's armor. He's just gonna take another step back here, see the Hydra appearing, not wanting to be involved in all of that. And Hilda, it is your turn. You're on the deck of a ship.
And I just got shot!
And you just got shot. Last thing you remember... I'm trying to remember the last thing. Yeah, last thing you remember, Hilda, you guys were in Breck, and you were walking across the street, to say hi to Chad and Jules as they were dealing with the mayor having just been assassinated.
Okay. Oh man. And they'll be like,
We keep saying assassinated, but it's brought to justice.
"He's brought to justice." Yeah, assassination. All right. Well, she's gonna look around and see. So is Chad on Gina or next?
No, I'm just like at the edge of the ship looking over the railing right now, although I don't know, maybe with all the geode acting up, I would have looked around and seen what just happened with you.
Yeah. Chad, what the cuss is happening? And then like looks around.
We're in the Ice Rat's lair. They just called out in a Hydra. It's you, me, and Barumba over there.
Okay. Just going to put their glasses on. And then I forgot I bought these. Look at these big glasses, guys. Is going to, what spells do I have? I forgot. I don't have magic missile. Dang it! Is gonna cast Vampiric Touch onto Panger.
Okay.
And then have him swoop up to this guy. Because he's like up on a rafter thing,
Yes,
right?
he is.
It's gonna go get them. And let me click the spell so I know how much, like what that does. Because I can't remember. I think he has to make a save. Oh no, I make a melee spell attack. Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Nice, that's gonna hit.
Okay, so then I just have to click. 20. Wait, is that the roll?
No,
Or
I think
damage?
it's still doing the.
Oh, it didn't work. Dang it.
Yeah, but you can click the.
Click on the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I was like, that is a
So
lot.
that is a lot of damage.
Okay, 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
It's done to that, sir, and I get 5 of it back. So I
Nice.
roll again.
Does Panger continue to swoop out of the
Yeah,
way, or
just have him like swoop by, and yeah, as there's like this like these sort of like dark shadows sort of wreath around him as this spell
I
is
love
on
it.
him, and then yeah, just gonna have him land somewhere safely, maybe kind of like
plenty of places up to land?
around.
Yeah.
over there. And then I am going to take a couple steps back from this scary Hydra thing.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, and that's it.
Okay. That'll be the Hydra's turn. So, the Hydra is going to start making some attacks. First attack at Gina, the giant elk. That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
6
Rip
points of
Gina.
piercing damage.
Aww,
Is gone.
rip Gina.
And as all 5 heads are lashed onto Gina, one of them grabs onto the deck, just like rips the throat out, but there's no blood. Gina just kind of dissolves into the air, back to her home inside the bag of tricks.
Did you watch the elk scream in the past week, Sean?
Yes, I did. I'm
Yes.
not doing that noise.
Okay.
It's terrible, though.
It's
So
frightening.
terrible.
I bet I could get my dad in here to make an elk call for us. He was
Okay.
just out hunting this morning.
It then is gonna, as Gina's body begins to float away, the Hydra's gonna come up to the edge of the ship here. It's still standing on the water. You guys have some elevation on it. It doesn't try to climb up yet, but it is gonna make the rest of its 4 attacks. So we're gonna do 2 at Chad and then 2 at Barumba. I'm gonna say, because you guys are up on the deck at the elevation, I'm gonna give you half cover.
Oh,
And do I also still have, because there were 2 artificers at one point who were giving me an armor buff. Is that now gone? Because
Yeah,
they're both
both.
in the geode.
Yeah, both of them are gone now.
Well, heck.
There's a little artificer party in the geode.
Yeah.
Okay, so first bite attack, second bite attack. That's a 24 and a 10 against Chad.
The 24 hits.
For 6 piercing.
Okay, and I need to make a concentration check for the dragon breath.
Yes, I forgot you had that up.
That's 11 plus stuff. That's 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you're good. So 2 against Barumba, a 21, and a 16.
Yes, no.
Okay. It's a much better roll. 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh, well, okay.
That's going to be the end of the Hydra's turn. It's now the Hobgoblin Devastator's turns. They are going to... Yeah, we'll do this. This one that's over, let me see, the one that is closest to you guys, I'm gonna try to be more descriptive since the chat can't see it. The one that is currently closest to you guys up on the rafters that you've been wailing on, the Penger came and attacked and swooped away. Begins to incant and cast a spell. There's no immediate effect, but then you watch as he begins to hover off of the platform that he's standing on, and then goes flying towards the aft of the ship, or the back.
Yeah,
sounds right.
Yes,
Towards
aft.
the aft of the ship, and lands over next to his other buddy. The Devastator that he lands next to is going to cast... Yep, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Sends out a bead of red flame that comes shooting towards the direction of where Hilda is, kind of between Hilda and Barumba. And it's going to send a fireball.
Okay, could I try to counterspell that?
You can.
Okay. I can't remember how this works.
Thank you.
It's just like, sees it coming, it's like,
Yeah, it's a...
reaction to counter.
Do you know who's not great at dex anything?
The
That
elephant
guy.
and
The
guy
big
in
elephant. The elephant in the room is not good at dex of anything.
That's
Counterspell at third level.
that'll be an instant success then, because the fireball is also at 3rd level. So you see the fireball come streaking towards you. Hilda, you catch out of the corner of your eye and you react, and actually arcane with your arcane pool, grab onto a section of the water next to the ship and send a sort of a wall of water that intercepts the bead and sort of can't. There's a small like thumping explosion and a bit of steam and water then like rains down on top of the ship, but the spell is negated. Very cool. So that's your reaction, but that is the end of his turn. That's all you can do. It looks a look of frustration across the hobgoblin's face. Chad, what you got?
All right. You said we're a little above the Hydra. Is it still within range if I try and hit it with my axe?
Yes. Imagine the scene in Hercules when he's on top of the cliff and the Hydra is below him and all like chomping. Yeah, that's where you're at right now.
Okay, because even though I can still spit acid on it for the next, half a minute or so, I imagine my axe is going to be a bit better. Because I think we'd also said earlier that once you choose the damage type for Dragon's Breath, you can't change it for the same casting.
That's the
okay.
interpretation I'm going with.
All right. That's 23 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Great Weapon Master to reroll that one. That's much better. That is 15 magic slashing damage.
Yikes, okay.
All right, I have my looking point back.
Sorry. Give me a second, guys. Be right back.
All right, so here's the strategy from here on out. We're going to take the Hydra's necks and tie them together in a Gordian knot of scale and bone.
Yeah.
And then they're going to breathe. They don't breathe fire, but Chad, you're going to spit down their mouths some acid, and we're going to tie the necks off so that acid will be stuck in their esophagus. And they're going to explode in a fiery explosion of scale and gastrointestinal bombacity.
Yep.
I like this plan.
We're gonna choke on acid. I mean, it's a Hydra, but I kind of feel bad. I mean, man, that's a way to go.
Yeah.
We're gonna sew all their mouths together into some sort of a Hydra centipede.
No.
But it's gonna be like an Ouroboros. It's like closed loop.
Just close the loop. We gotta close the loop.
Yeah.
There's 5, so you could do 2.
Well, you know where the fifth one goes. Like,
Do you have the mature audience filter on?
Yep.
Excellent.
Good.
you have the immature filter on because I feel like that's more appropriate right now.
Oh no.
Way more appropriate, right?
Ugh.
Well,
No one
Okay.
created a Hydra centipede. What?
Fine.
Okay. Sorry.
you can read all about that at whatmunch.com.
That's
Uh,
putting a marker for that whole conversation.
Yeah, please do. I need to know what happened. Yeah, sorry about that. The humidity from our dryer set off our smoke detector.
Yep.
So
That happens with my shower. If I leave the door open,
yeah.
it's a waste.
Whew. Okay.
That was 15 magic slashing on the first attack.
Yes, I got that, and then
Question: if I were to use my sweeping attack that can hit other creatures within me, does that count for the Hydra, or is it all just one creature?
it's all just one creature for the
Okay.
purposes of this.
Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my second attack currently. Not as good. Does a 16 hit?
That will hit.
Okay. That is 9 more points of slashing damage.
Okay. 9 points of slashing damage.
And,
All right.
Yeah, that is going to be my turn for now.
Okay. That'll you 2 quick slashes against the Hydra. You strike down twice against one of the heads, cleaving a large chunk out of one of the necks. However, it remains sort of focused on you, and looks like it's leering back to sort of a defensive position, like it's going to snap up at you any second. That'll be Daffy's turn. As suddenly there is a slamming noise as one of the hatches leading below deck just bursts open, and then coming running up the steps. Sid, why don't you describe Daffy to us?
Sure. She's about 7 feet tall. She has this sort of mossy green fur all over her, sort of a short, like cow-like little snout. She's dressed in, I guess, the fantasy equivalent of like pajamas. She likes to move around a bit. She has a little bit of this like light, like darker mossy colored hair that's kind of pulled up in a bit of a top knot, but it's a little messy right now. And she just sort of pops up, like pulling off these ropes and everything. I guess sees Hildy first and goes, "Oh, hi, I'm Daffy. Oh my God, what is that?"
It's a Hydra and it's trying to kill us. Who are? Hi, hello.
Hi. I guess we'll meet more formally later. But should I?
I mean,
Okay,
these guys have been shooting at us. So
Okay, I should probably do that then. All right. And she'll take a couple short bow shots at the Hydra.
Okay.
All right. That is a math 16 plus 8. It did 24 to hit
That hits.
and a 20 to hit.
Both hit.
Sweet. So that's 8 points of piercing and 8 points of piercing.
Nice. Alrighty. Cool. So Daffy comes bursting up. You have this brief conversation with Hilda. You see the Hydra and quickly notches 2 arrows, firing them at the heads, both of them sinking into individual heads of the Hydra, one of them like gouging out one of the eyes, the other one sinking into just below the chin. The creature lets out a roaring hiss as this happens. Anything else, Daffy? Any movement, or are you going to stay where you're at?
Well, let's take a peek, actually. Do I happen to see our hobgoblin-y friends up in the rafters?
You do. You see two in the rafters near the aft of the ship, and then you see the captain. Also, he's on the deck towards the back of the ship, and obviously you recognize them, and you recognize the captain specifically, the one who tricked you.
Yeah, I have some literal bones to pick with that one. You all can handle this one, right? And I'll start moving that way to get a better shot.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So that's Daffy's turn. Bring it up the rear, Broomba, with your -1.
Negative.
Trying to decide whether the -1 actually goes after the 20 in the next round, but won't do that.
Please, Sean. Please, may I go? Please.
Yes, you can take your turn.
All right.
I allow it.
Broomba will run from the edge of the ship to the other side, away from the snapping jaws of the Hydra Mama. I don't know how to do the. Wait, what do you hit? You use the space bar to find out how much space. What is it now?
I think it's like Q or something.
Q. I hate that.
Weird.
Oh yeah, it is Q. Ugh, bro. All right, I'm gonna run over here. I'm assuming that incurs an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
If that does, do I still have the half cover?
Yeah, you do still have the half cover while
Okay.
it is in the water.
Okay.
So it'll make a attack of opportunity against you. That's a 10 to hit, so that misses.
That's a negative. All right, so Roomba runs to the other side of the ship, like braces himself against the railing, and then is there enough? Is this a kind of cavernous cavern, or is this just one of those like half cavernous caverns?
No, this is a very cavernous cavern.
All right, I'm gonna put a storm cloud up at the top of this cavernous cavern, and I'm gonna cast Call Lightning.
All right.
Sure. Casting that now. Let me see what happens when I first cast it first. Storm cloud appears. Cylinder, 10 feet tall, 60-foot radius, centered on a point that you can see within range above you. I'm centering this right basically on the crow's nest of the ship.
Yes.
A bolt of lightning flashes down from the crowd to that point.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much gonna cover the whole
won't
ship.
affect that won't affect the ship. That won't affect anyone yet. But I think I can make. Hold on, no. Okay, this is. I think this only comes into play on my next turns when I use bonus actions because I'm not casting this over a creature right now.
You can attack. Yeah, I mean it fills up the space. You can attack somebody with it on this turn if you want.
Oh,
to.
I can right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I guess it's a dex save roll.
Who are
And-
you?
Yeah, we'll start with the Hydra because I don't know if it's immune to lightning. We'll just explore that real quick.
Sure. So Hydra will attempt a dexterity saving throw. That's another 10.
Okay. I'll roll damage. I don't know if it takes it. And one more. Only 11 points of lightning damage.
All right, 11 points of lightning damage. All right, yeah,
Every bit helps. Every bit helps.
Yeah, the bolt of lightning comes crashing down, slamming on top of the Hydra, which lets out another shriek as it's like clawing against the side of the ship. The whole ship is rocking from the spasms of this creature. Does not seem happy. Anything else, Baroomba?
I cannot do anything else.
Okay. It's going to be Roth Blackwater's turn. He sees you approaching. Daffy, he gives sort of a sadistic smile upon realizing your anger and realization that what happened. He is going to... Yeah, I think he's going to come to meet you. Kind of comes charging up in your direction, and is going to draw his longsword, and is going to attempt an attack against you. First attack, second attack. That's a 22 and a 26 to hit.
I shall unmute myself and say yes, both hit.
All right. The total from both those attacks is 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then what he does, instead of swinging at you with his third attack with the longsword, he actually pulls a buckler off that you had his hand tucked behind his back and comes swinging around, slamming the shield into you. Attempts to bash you with it. I need you to make a strength saving throw. It does hit with a 22.
Oof. Strength save.
I guess.
Ooh. That is a 21.
20, you succeed. So he attempts to knock you prone. However, you remain standing. That will end his turn. Hilda.
Okay. It's going to be like looking over at Chad and be like, "Be careful about those heads. You've heard the rumors. I don't know if they're true." And is going to inspire him.
Okay.
And then is going to be like, "Oh no, you don't, sir," and is going to cast Hold Person on the captain.
Yes.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
It is. I forget what it is. A wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He's gonna roll. Come on, buddy. That's 22.
Ah. Makes it.
So he does succeed, but you can...
All right, I will look at the list.
Yeah, we have a custom or homebrew rule that there are some questions that you can ask to learn some information about a creature if it succeeds on a saving throw against one of your spells.
Nice.
Okay, I guess what are the creature's current hit points?
Current hit points?
How beefy? How is this guy looking?
97.
All right.
Okay.
That's where he is currently at. That will end. Or Hilda, you use your bonus action in your action, so I think
Yes.
you've done everything.
Yeah, Chad, you're inspired. You have a 1d6
Okay.
that you can use. Whatever.
That'll be the Hydra's turn then. Okay, what is it gonna do?
The big juicy elephant ran away.
Yeah, big juicy elephant did run away. It did like the taste of that big juicy elephant though. So literally ran away. He's just gone. The Hydra is going to is going to begin to climb up onto the ship, sort of pushing its way over top you, Chad, and trying to pull itself onto the deck. What I am going to make it, because this isn't a creature that typically climbs, I'm going to have that be its action, but Chad, I'm going to have you make a, I'd say a strength saving throw to hold your footing.
Okay.
Knock out.
I am typically very good at those. 18.
18. Okay, I'll say it's enough. So the Hydra is like pulling itself up, kind of like a dog trying to climb onto a higher platform. It's kind of like scraping against it. It's having a little bit of a hard time, but does manage to pull itself up onto the ship. You almost get swiped down in the process and almost fall into the water, but you grip onto the railing and hold yourself on deck and keep your footing. And it is going to end its turn right there. Is now the Devastator's turns. The one that is still flying.
18.
Is going to make an attack with a firebolt against Roomba. It's only a 14 to hit, though.
Nope.
The other one is going.
Or maybe it hits, but my hide just too thick.
Yeah, just sort of splashes off your back, and you don't even notice it.
I got that thick boy hide. Don't worry about it.
The other one is going to send a ray of frost, maybe? Yeah, we'll go with ray of frost at Chad. 17.
Nope, misses.
So both of them send out blasts of arcane energy, fire and ice, but both of them no effect. That will end their turn. Chad, is your turn.
All right. So having my memory jogged by what Hilda said about the rumors, can I maybe use that combined with any learning I may have received to think perhaps about what might be a good strategy against this creature?
Against the Hydra?
Yeah.
Sure. I will say, are you proficient with any intelligence or knowledge?
History.
Okay.
-2 to that stat.
We'll go with history. I'll allow that.
All right. That's only an 8, though.
Okay.
Do I want to use Hilda's inspiration on that?
That's your call.
Yeah. Let's do that. See if I can't get it above a 10. I got it to a 10.
Hey.
10 exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
You think real hard, Chad. What I will give you with that, because you're using inspiration, you recognize this creature as a Hydra. Maybe you saw one in a book at some point when you were being instructed back in Glanbala. Maybe you just had a little Hydra plushie in your bedroom. I don't know. But you are familiar with them. And what I will give you is you do have a knowledge of a myth that you maybe heard at some point, or a legend that Hydras do have an ability that if their heads are cut off, that they will grow back. But that's the extent of the knowledge that you have on these creatures.
Or do I still get an action? Or...
Yeah, I'll give it to you as a
Okay.
free action.
So, going off of that, I know before, because of the vantage, I was hacking at its heads and necks, but I think now I want to focus all my attacks on the body.
The body. Okay. Make your attacks.
Oh, that's 18 plus stuff, 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
That is 9 points of slashing damage, and I'm also going to... Oh, which one is it? A goading attack, so it needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay. That's a 14.
Let me double check. Gosh, what is my save?
Because I think it's based on your strength.
It depends. Sometimes it's charisma, sometimes it's strength.
Oh, is it?
But for the battle master, it's based on. Oh gosh.
I think it just depends on
the
move, right?
On the maneuver.
Well,
Yeah.
No, because it had to make the wisdom save based on that. Hold on, because this isn't anywhere nice on my sheet, because fighters are not set up to have a DC.
Let me see.
It takes 8 more slashing damage from the maneuver. Okay, so 8 plus my proficiency, which is 4, so that's 12 plus my modifier is 3, so 15. So I think it fails.
Okay, so it fails. So what's the effect on that?
It has disadvantage on attacks against targets other than me.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, so you take your first cutting a huge slash across the back of this creature. It's 3 of its heads whipping around towards you, focusing on you. Now, what your second attack?
Yes, let me just go ahead and roll that. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
A little bit better. That is 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I think I'm just gonna not leaving its range, I'm just going to shift a little bit so that hopefully I'm not like right where it can maybe just boop me over into the water. I at least have the railing behind me.
It's the meanest boop I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
All right. That'll end Chad's turn then. Focusing your attacks on the side of the creature, try not to damage the heads. That'll be Daffy's turn.
Pull out our quarterstaff.
Okay.
I'm gonna take those bones. I may not know what to do with them yet, but it's gonna be really nice taking them from you. And just 2 attacks. First, 2-handed. That is the moment. Oh, here we go. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah. With that one, that is it's gonna be 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then spend a key point for a stunning strike.
Okay.
That's a con save.
Con save.
Get him, get him, get him.
13.
14 is the DC.
God
Yes.
damn it.
The
Well,
second one.
fire off.
Second attack. So with stunned,
Yeah,
I get advantage on the attack.
Yeah, you do.
Ooh. That was 17 and a natural 20.
Nice.
So that'll be 8. And then, so 8 times 2, 16, plus the 5. Yes, so 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ugh, okay.
And you know what? Forget it. Flurry blows. We'll do another one. And I'm going to pop him 2 more.
I hope the chat caught the moment that all hope left my eyes that we're off to get a decent turn this game.
So that's... Okay, so that's a 26 to hit.
Yep.
All right, that's another 10 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And a 22 to hit.
Also hits.
Another 8 points of bludgeoning. So she just whack, 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 whack.
That was
Cracking
47
him in the
points of
face.
damage.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, you just start to as he lets off 2 strikes against you, and you see that surge of confidence as he's going to slam against you again with the shield, trying to knock you down. This sort of inept, furball, kind of clumsy for a moment. Suddenly, you get laser focus, dodge underneath his strike, and go for a pinpoint strike right to his throat, which causes him to kind of stagger backwards, coughing and sputtering, and just get in a flurry, a frenzy of attacks afterwards. You see blood now streaking down the corner of his mouth, and bruises beginning to well up on his face. Yikes. Okay. Just gonna stay there, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm enjoying myself now. She's just kind of laughing at this point. So.
Yeah, sounds right. Barumba, what you got?
Oh boy. Well, Barumba
is going to move in this direction. But actually, before he does, running on the boat away from the Hydra, it's like clumping down. It's going to call down lightning on the one engaged with Daffy.
Okay.
Are they stunned still?
He's
Oh,
done
yes.
till the end of my next turn.
Into your next turn. All right, so they automatically fail dex saves then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll my damage then, which isn't great. 9 points of lightning damage.
Still 9 free points of damage.
Which is my action, which is a shame that that's an action. And I'm just gonna keep like trundling across the ship around the back of Daffy, trying to keep her in between me and the hobgoblin, and try to get away from the Hydra.
Okay, just doom, doom, the boat sort of creaking and some boards splintering as you go jogging across the deck of the ship.
Is that an elephant? Never mind.
That'll be, well, he can't do anything, and he's no longer stunned at the end of his turn, right? Or is it until the start of your next turn for stunning
For the
strike?
stunning strike, it is...
Or the end of your next turn.
End of my next turn,
Oh
yeah.
man, that is so long. Okay. Hilda, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Am I within melee of the Hydra?
You are.
Okay. Oh, heck. It's so close to me, I don't like it. Okay. I'm going to... Okay, so the dudes on the rail up on the... There's two of them up in
Yes.
sort of the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on one of them.
Old standard.
Hey, you got to have what you go to. It's gonna pull out one of her bells and cast it, and they need to make what is normally. Let's see. Where's the thing on here?
Now, are you still concentrating?
wisdom.
Are you still concentrating on vampiric touch, or are you gonna drop that?
Oh, is that a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Now,
Well, then maybe I won't.
yeah. What I will say is because I realized that hold person also would have been a concentration, but since it failed, also you can maintain your concentration on.
Okay, I wondered because I was like, it's like a level 3 spell. Like that's kind of like sucks. It only happens once because it's concentration.
Yes, it is.
Well, never mind. I'm gonna send Pinger over there.
You do have a very easy target on the ground, or unless you want to attack the guys in the rafters.
I'm gonna go for the guys in the rafters.
Okay.
I'm gonna send them by this one,
All right.
and so I gotta roll. Spell attack. Ooh, that's not very good. It's only a 9.
9 to hit. That will miss.
Heck. Okay. And I'm just seeing. Okay, but that doesn't mean it drops. It just doesn't hit them that one time. Okay, that's how that works. Thanks. All right, I think that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get away from this Hydra. I'm scared to be so close to it.
Okay.
There's some stairs here. I would like to maybe well, I'm gonna try to escape. It might hit me. Kind of like wheel around the stairs and kind of get up here, kind of a little distant from it.
Yeah, it's gonna take a reaction to attack you.
At disadvantage
At
because of my
disadvantage.
goading strike.
Yes, that is a good
yeah.
point. That's a 10 with disadvantage.
Okay, so
He's rolling
Dodge.
a lot of low rolls. Okay,
get your
yeah.
heads come at me.
Yeah, the head sort of, as you run up the stairs, it slams down onto the stairs, sort of shattering a couple of them, but it misses you as it maintains a watchful eye on Chad. Which I guess that'll be the Hydra's turn now.
And now I'm gonna pay for drawing its attention.
Yeah, I mean, it's got disadvantage on, it's focused on you, and you're the only one within reach, so
Good thing I got that plate armor
Yeah.
when we were in town.
it's gonna be 5 attacks against Chad.
Serving him Chad on a plate or
Well,
in plate. But, you know,
your
the plating is excellent.
what's your AC?
18.
Okay, 4 of them hit. One's a natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 18, 16, 26, 28, 24. Oof. Buddy. It's a lot of damage. That's 20, 35, 40.
I got you, boo boo.
4, 53.
Okay.
Ouch.
Not as bad as I was expecting.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Um,
still rough though.
it's pretty rough. Yeah, I think I got that right. Yeah, 53 points of damage from all 5 heads attacking. You deflect one of them, kind of slam your great axe into it, but you feel the remaining 4 heads slam into you, biting you. You feel teeth pulling at your armor, some of them piercing through. Chad is just thrown around like a rag doll, eventually kind of landing on the deck of the ship, still maintaining your balance, bloodied but not broken.
I could maybe maintain concentration, but all those, I don't know. I'm not even going to bother rolling those rolls. I probably lost concentration on Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, I mean, there were 4 separate attacks, and none of them were... Only one of them was above 20, so you just have to beat a 10 on most of them.
Okay. Yeah, the lowest was a 14, so I guess I still have it for like a couple more rounds.
Sounds like it weighs 4 pounds.
It's the rock one that Lindsay got.
Yeah. It is 20 pounds.
But yeah, Chad's still alive, and that ends the Hydra's turn. Is the Hobgoblin's turn. It looks down and sees their captain just being murdered. And they're not too happy about that, so I think they're going to do something about it. One of them is going to cast a Scorching Ray, sending all 3 against Daffy.
Is that a save, or is that a...
3 attack rolls from them.
Okay.
But I think a 12 and a 9 miss, right?
Yes.
So 22 is the only one that hits.
Yes.
So 4 points of fire damage on that waste of a turn. The other one is going to cast... seeing you dodge out of the way of 2 of the strikes, only one of them hitting, I think doesn't feel too confident in their ability to actually hit you. So it's going to cast a magic missile at 4th level.
Ow!
Why is this rolling it separately? That's annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna do it this way. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. 64 plus 6. That's 21 points of force damage.
Okay.
Trying to separate you from their captain. And I think the one that's flying actually begins to fly down bravely. Brave little toaster that he is, in your direction. And yeah, I think he's gonna land on the deck of the ship, like right here. That's gonna...
to plan. What? No, never mind.
That's gonna end both their turns. Churd.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start with a bonus action to use my second wind.
Fair.
That's almost the max I could have rolled. So I get back 18 points of health. 18. I'm about at half health now, but if the Hydra hits me like that again, I'm in trouble. But there's not a whole lot else I can do other than just try and hit it some more.
Fair.
So let's do that.
I will, before you tell me your numbers, I will say one thing. The Hydra is totally is turned focused on you. All of its heads there right now. If you're gonna try to aim around the heads, I'm gonna give him a slight AC bonus.
Okay.
It's up to you whether you're just gonna go for attacks or.
So can I, try and counter that with trying to aim my attacks at the heads that look the least damaged?
That's a hard lot for me to keep track of at this point. Just assume they're all fresh.
Okay. I think right now, Chad's just worried that he's not going to survive another round of that, so it's just, he's going to go for it.
Okay.
So, I rolled a natural 19 plus stuff, so I believe that hits.
Okay.
Not great. That's only 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And another attack. 17 plus stuff, 25.
That'll hit.
for 10 more slashing damage.
Okay.
And I think I am gonna try and run away, so I'm gonna risk the
Why?
attack of opportunity. No.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think I am going to try and get away because
Okay.
I don't know how fast this move. Hopefully, I can outpace it a little.
You may certainly try.
Yep. So
Yeah, it will take attack of opportunity against you.
yeah.
That's only a 13 though.
So that misses.
Yeah. There is something that I'm going to have to look up after this. I'm not going to go through it now, but a mechanic of this Hydra that I need to learn or try to decipher deals with the multiple attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah, not going to get into that. Makes it single attack. You are able to get away unabated. That will put it to Daffy's turn then.
Cool. Seeing the magic user plop down next to me, she'll just go, "Oh, more fun!" and crack at him first.
Be specific. Which magic user are you talking about?
The one that, no, not you, Mr. Elephant. No, the hobgoblin that just settled down. Natter. So that is a 27 to hit.
Yikes, yep.
All right, so that's gonna be, that's only 4 points of damage, but key point, stunning strike on him.
Okay. Con save.
Mhm.
That one succeeds with a natural 20.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. And I'll use my other attack against the captain. Oh, that's only a 16.
That'll miss.
Darn. All right. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Do one more. Both at the captain. It's 20 to hit.
Hits.
Awesome. That's 9 points of bludgeoning damage and another stunning strike because I'd like him to stay put.
Okay. That's a 20.
Yeah, he'll do it. One more attack. That's 25 to hit.
Yep.
That's 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And I would like to use one of my Drunken Master abilities. When I use Flurry of Blows, I can also then use the disengage action, which I'm going to do because I'm hurt. And I would like to, if possible, use my movement and try to get up higher.
Okay.
I have about 45. Oh, no. And when I do that, it also gives me additional movement, I believe. Let me double check this. When I use. Where are you? Sorry, I'm a new monk.
That's fine.
It's the. Where'd you go? Not slow fall. Not evasion. Drunken technique. There we go. When I use a flurry of blows, I can then use the disengage action, and my walking speed increases by 10 feet. Okay, so I can move 55 feet.
Yikes. Okay.
Can I disengage?
Yep.
And try to like get up on a higher level.
Yeah, I'd say with 55 feet of movement, you can do that. I'd say you could climb up onto one of the platforms.
Okay. Sure. I'll get up top there. Yep.
Okay. Daffy goes scurrying up after slamming multiple punches into each one of the hobgoblins around her. There's this frenzy and goes darting away behind you, Barumba, and then up onto the platform above. That will end your turn. And Barumba, what do you got?
Barumbra is going to once again take the Staff of Healing and slam it into the base of the ship. Spending the last charges of the staff to get 12 plus, is it my casting bonus? Yeah. So that's going to be 17 points of healing for everybody.
Oh.
And then I got to roll a d20. I did not destroy the staff.
Okay, good.
But it is dead. Like as far as charges.
Okay.
And I can't do anything else. I have a dearth of bonus actions. What are you gonna do?
It's called lightning in action.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of upsetting. All right, that's it.
All right. It is Roth Blackwater's turn. He is very hurt. He's very hurt, man. I don't
Does
think
not feels bad, man.
I don't think he wants to get back into melee with anyone, so he's gonna back up this way, drawing his pistols again. And he's gonna fire 2 shots. One is gonna be at Daffy, and the other one's gonna be at Roomba. Daffy, I'm gonna give you half cover.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
My AC is a 19.
So that'll. Is it a 19 before the half cover? Well, I don't think.
Yes.
I think half cover is +2.
So that just hits, yeah.
Now I've got to check. I know I say these things, and then I actually don't have anything. Half cover is +2. Yeah.
Yeah. So that just hits, yeah.
Just hits. Let's see. Where is this? So that's 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
I will say one thing, because I don't think it's a pistol, but it's still a ranged attack if you wanted to use your.
Oh, it is a missile. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great if I could.
You certainly can.
Absolutely. Okay, so I would roll the D10 plus 13. Okay. So that's a 4 plus 13 is 17.
Yeah. Okay. So you catch the bullet.
Yes.
Do you throw it back? Yeah.
I could.
Yeah,
Yes.
you roll an attack roll.
Yeah. That's another. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I think it's a key point to do it.
Yeah.
So that's the only cost, I think.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
No, she'll catch it and then just sort of toss it up in the air and be like, "That's one."
He has a stunned look and fires a shot as he fires a shot in Barumba's direction. That one does hit you, Barumba, for 8 points of piercing damage. And that's the end of his turn. Hilda, you're alone on this side of the ship with the Hydra.
Yep. Oh man. Well, sure. Why not just? I mean, this Hydra's probably looking pretty good, huh?
No, it's actually looking kind of rough.
Kind of rough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna drop concentration on vampiric touch, so Pinker isn't all shadowy anymore, and it's gonna like look at the Hydra, and I'm gonna cast Blight.
Okay.
And like focusing really hard is changing the save to intelligence.
All right. And Hydra will make an intelligence saving throw against the Blight.
Using my knowledge of lore.
Well, with the -4, that is a 5.
You gonna take a big ouch. Let's see. That is 33 necrotic damage.
33 points of necrotic
Woo!
damage. Nice. Oop, not 3, 33. Minus another 30. All right. You send out a blast of necrotic energy towards the Hydra and then sort of rip the life force away. The Hydra lets out a screech as you see one of its heads grow darkened, withered, and then kind of breaks and snaps off, falling and shattering to dust on the deck of the ship. The Hydra's remaining 4 heads look at you angrily.
And then I'm gonna try the bucket. I can't get very far. I can get that far. Okay, I'm gonna run. Try to scurry away.
Okay, you begin to run. That'll be the Hydra's turn. And at the start of its turn, you watch as that space where the head broke off, there's this, you see this bulge begin to form on the severed neck, and then suddenly sprouting out, shooting out from it, very quickly you see 2 additional heads grow out of that, now leaving the Hydra with 6 heads.
Oh, heck.
No, that's not what to do. There we go. And then it comes running, pulling itself across the ship towards you, Hilda. 30 feet of movement, 5.
Oh my gosh, you go 30 feet.
15,
Rip.
20, 25. Pulls itself towards the center of the ship, the whole ship rocking back and forth under the massive weight. You see the floorboard, the boards of the deck being to creak, some of them breaking and snapping underneath the weight of this creature. So with its 6 attacks now, it's going to make, I think it's going to make 3 against Hilda.
Yeah.
We're going to say 2 against Baroomba. Well, no, because Daffy, you're up on the thing there, so I don't think it can even get to you. You're directly above it. Yeah, I'm going to say 3 against Hilda, 3 against Baroomba.
Cool.
Let's say Hilda first.
Why did you run this way?
Where else am I gonna go?
Hilda, that's a 14, a 20, and a 17.
Okay, 14, no. 17, yeah, wait, hang on. Okay, so 14 is my AC.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shield spell that one,
Okay.
but the other 2 hit.
Well, if 14 is your AC, then that'll put you up to a 19, I think. So the 17 will also hit.
Yeah, I
Nice.
was just double checking. Oh yeah, it's a +5.
Yeah. So so yeah, only the 20 hits you then.
Okay,
Nice. 13 points of piercing damage,
okay.
and then 3 attacks against Baroomba. Natural 20,
That does hit.
25,
That hits.
13.
That does not hit.
Ooh. 34 points of piercing damage.
Can you break them up into 2
Sure.
chunks? Because I got to do a con save.
Oh yeah. First one was 20. Second one was
Alright.
14. So both con saves are 10.
The second one I fail.
Okay.
So the storm cloud is gone.
Oh, bummer.
Oh no.
Okay. Sorry, and you said 35 points of damage.
35,
So
yeah.
okay. Yikes.
Or sorry, 34. You get 1 hit point back.
Oh, thank you.
Every bit counts.
Oh wait, wait a second. Hold on. G gave me inspiration earlier. I'm gonna re-roll that con save. Actually,
Good idea.
you said it was 10 for both.
Yeah.
Cool. I still have it.
Nice.
Got a 12 this time.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. All right.
That ends the Hydra's turn. It's looking pretty rough. But that's all it's got. Hobgoblin on the ground with Baruba right next to it, the Hydra there. It's also being very low on health. I think he is going to. Oh, I didn't make Ting concentration on his fly. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, he's still got it, I think. Did you only hit him once, Daffy? Yeah, yeah, he still got it then. He is going to Yeah. He's going to fly backwards. He will provoke an opportunity attack from Roomba if you wish to take it.
Honestly, no.
Okay.
No.
And he is going to once again extend a finger in the direction of all you on the ground there, and is going to attempt a fireball.
Okay, see, now I'm glad I did not use my reaction because I will need it for this.
Oh, wait. Another fireball?
Yes.
Do I have another thing?
You have another third level spell slot
Oh,
or higher?
it's my last one. But yes. No fireball.
It's up to you. Okay.
No.
Once again, sends the fireball streaking down. Hilda, you grab onto the water once again and extinguish the bead of flame before it's even able, sort of encapsulating it in the water. It explodes in this compressed space, and just the steam and water rain down on all of you. But
Kind of imagining like a watery Pac-Man just go, nope.
yeah. Wagga, 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 wagga.
And it's steam explosion.
Yeah.
That the one who's casting like.
The other one is going to cast he's very close out of spell slots. He's gonna cast another Ray of Frost at Chad.
He can try.
That's a 14.
It misses.
Jeez, they're useless. Okay, end of his turn, Chad.
All right. For my bonus action, I am going to Ghost Rider it and cast Searing Smite as my
Rider. I was thinking writer. I was like, this will be interesting.
All right.
So Chad erupts into flames and starts stalking towards the other side of the Hydra, and I'm gonna try and do him a slash.
Okay.
That's 22 to hit.
Yep.
So this is going to be, let's see, that is 14 slashing, and let me double check what the bonus fire damage is. Oh gosh, where is it? It's Searing Smite as a second level. I have to make sure the sheet does that correctly. So it's going to be 2d6 fire for 10 fire damage.
Okay. So that's 14 plus 10.
Yep, so 24 total. I am still on fire. Yeah, until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And so let me just do my second slash at him now. 26 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
for the full 16 points of slashing damage.
Yikes. Ow. Okay.
Oh no, Sean froze.
I froze.
Nope, not for me.
You did for a second, but so the second attack was 16 slashing.
Okay, yeah, both those hit, and two. You bring up your axe, one strike down into one of the heads. You almost completely cleave through it. You rip it out, and you slam down again, severing another head. As you cut through it, though, the fire drifting off of the axe sort of cauterizes the wound as you cleave through it. The Hydra lets out a roar. Does not seem happy about that. Is also very, very bad looking right now. Anything else, Chad?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna goad it again because I'm on fire now, and I want it to try and bite me while I'm on fire.
Okay.
So it needs to make another wisdom save.
All right, wisdom save.
Chad is super lit.
It only takes an additional 2 damage from me.
It rolls a 2.
So it fails, so attacks against anyone other than me have disadvantage.
Cool.
But anytime it hits me with an attack, it's gonna take, how much is this damage? I was just looking at it. it's going to take 1d4 each
Okay.
time it hits me.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Nice. So as you're facing off this emblazoned tiefling, Daffy from the rafters above, what do you do?
All right. You two, pointing at the spellcasters over there, have been a major problem for me today. And I'll go ahead and take 2 short bow attacks, 1 at each. That's only a 15.
That'll hit.
Awesome. That's 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And at the one closer to the captain, that's a 17.
That hits.
Awesome. That's only what is that? 6 points of damage.
All right. That one's flying currently, so I'm gonna roll a saving throw for him. That's a 4. So he's gonna fall. Go and roll 2d6 for me.
2d6.
Yeah.
That's 7 points.
He had 6 hit points left. So you shoot out an arrow at both of them. The first one hadn't taken any damage up until that point. Takes the arrow and growls over towards you. The other one you catch in the back with the arrow as he's beginning to fly away. Goes tumbling down to the ground and poof slams onto the deck of the ship right next to Roth Blackwater and doesn't seem to move again.
Just do one of these to the captain.
He's looking kind of scared right now. Broomba.
Yeah. Is this creature's reach at least 10, 15 feet?
Seems to be.
Okay. I'm going to not incur attack of opportunity. And I'm going to be like, what is it like on this side? As I kind of like try to get close to Chad and get the Hydra in between me and the hobgoblins for the most part. And as I'm kind of going, I'm going to bring down a lightning bolt on the Hydra. So
Okay.
I need a dex save from it.
All right. That's a 14.
That is a fail, unfortunately. And that's going to 6 points of lightning damage.
6 points of lightning damage. Jeez.
The spell is not
Working for you.
very nip. Okay.
The lightning bolt strikes down the Hydra. You see it, the electricity course through the creature's body, sort of illuminating its skeleton underneath. This thing is smoking and bleeding all over the deck. I mean, it is on its last leg at this point. Anything else, Barumba?
Honestly, I'm almost the most hurt, but I'm gonna cast Healing Word on the monk above.
Okay.
Actually, you're like 50 feet above, right?
Yep,
I can't reach you. Never mind.
that's okay. Heal yourself.
Okay, I'll heal myself.
That's probably a good idea.
So I'll take 9 points of healing damage.
Okay. 9 points of health damage.
Yeah.
That'll be...
Health damage.
Yeah.
That's going to be Roth's turn. He is, instead of attacking though, he barks up an order in Goblin at the Devastator, that the last one left, and then he runs towards the back of the ship. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Disappears over the back of the ship. And then you hear a sort of splashing noise from out of sight, somewhere that you can't see. That will end his turn. Hilda.
Okay. I do not like that he's skipping away like that. I'm just checking this awesome item that I am wearing. 60 feet. Oh, like it makes me so fast. Is going, well, yeah, is freaked out that this Hydra's here and doesn't want that guy to get in the way and be like, you guys got this right? And jumps over the edge of the boat.
Okay.
And then it's going to start swimming towards that guy at just 60 feet of swim speed because of the cloak of the manta ray she's wearing that we got
nice.
ages ago.
Okay. So you jump into
Where'd
the water
she go? Oh boy.
and just begin to zip away. I think with 60 feet, you easily make it to the around the back of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't.
45 feet. Yeah, with 50 feet, you make it like right to the corner. Yeah, 40 feet.
Okay. So yeah, so I'll get over there.
And what you see as you come around the corner, you see a severed rope and a like a rowboat that is now splashed down into the water. And you see Roth currently sitting in the rowboat, beginning to grab the paddles and beginning to try to swim away, row away.
Okay.
Anything you want to do? Because I think you still have your action,
Do I
right?
still? Okay. Yeah, if that was on my movement, I'd be like, oh no, you don't. It's gonna try cast hold person on him again.
Okay. Wisdom
And
saving
it's a
throw.
wisdom save, yeah. Because I can only change the thing once.
That's a 16.
Ah, he's fine. The heck.
He kind of pushes against the impulse. You see him kind of lock up for a second. He looks down the water and sneers in your direction. Begins to draw a pistol. That's all he can do. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Maybe as I had jumped off, could I have inspired our new Furbolg friend?
Sure, I'd allow that.
Okay. So you have D6
Thank you.
of inspiration.
All right. I'll bring it to the Hydra's turn. You see that the stump from one of its necks, it does not seem to grow back at this point. So it, with its remaining 5 heads, will attempt to stupidly attack. He is gonna make disadvantage to anyone except for Chad. So it's gonna make his first attack against Chad.
Okay.
That's a 26.
That hits. It's going to take 1 point of fire damage.
Okay, you take 14 points of piercing.
All right.
It doesn't like that, but doesn't really see any other options.
Spicy.
I think it's gonna make. Well,
It can
it's gonna
give
make
up.
its second attack with disadvantage against Barumba. Test and see how that works out for it. That's 24.
Yep.
14 points of piercing.
Oh.
It's feeling a little more confident. It's gonna make its third attack against Chad. That's a 12, so I think that misses.
Correct.
Fourth attack against Chad. 19.
19 will hit. It's going to take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay, you take 11 points of piercing.
Oh, this seems very uneven. I'm sorry. This is like 1 for you, 10 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have
1
not
for you,
rolled
14 for me.
well on these
Very
D4s.
unbalanced.
And then gonna make one last attack against Chad.
I'm hoping it only has like 2 health left.
That's only a 13 to hit though, so it misses on that one.
Yeah.
That's all it's got. Just shrieking and biting at everything around it. Doesn't even seem like fully sentient at this point. It's just a mad whirling dervish of necks, mouths. It's the hobgoblin's turn. Does it? Does it dare? All right. Yeah, it dares. It is going to, in lieu of using its last 3rd level to fly away. It's going to risk it all and cast a fireball down at the 3 of you, now that Hilda is nowhere in sight.
Rude.
So I need a dexterity
Very
saving
rude.
throw. From, I think that's... Well,
Would
no,
it
you're-
reach me up in the
you know,
rafters?
you're going to be out of reach because I think that's only a 20-foot
Okay.
radius. So, yeah, you're
Is he
good.
about to kill the Hydra for us?
I'm gonna use my legend point. See if we can get better than that.
Okay.
Nope. Death fail.
Oh no.
I'm trying to do some quick math because I definitely failed, but I have resistance.
Oh yeah, fire resistance.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna also use the legend point just in case, because my soul's on the line.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not any better.
Okay.
As a reaction, I'm gonna cast absorb elements.
Okay. So resistance to it. So you both have resistance, right?
Yep,
Okay, that would have been 21 points of fire, reduced to 10.
Okay.
that's much better.
Awesome.
The Devastator does, though, use its Army Arcana and make the Hydra immune to the damage.
Oh.
What a gent.
So the Hydra does not seem to take any damage from it.
Oh
That
boy.
will be Chadwick's turn.
Yep. Okay.
Come on, Jake.
I'm just double checking. So yeah, I'm still on fire. It's gonna end after this turn, but let's do. How bad? No, I'm gonna do it anyway. Bonus action to cast Branding Smite now.
Okay.
So that's gonna do some extra radiant damage if I hit. 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 9 slashing, and I have to look up how much Branding Smite does. What level do I do it at? I think just at 2nd level. So that's going to be 2d6, so that was 9 slashing plus 7 radiant damage.
Okay. It did, in fact, have 2 hit points left.
Yeah!
So,
All right.
Chad, you leap into the air, your axe glowing with radiant energy, and you swing down, cleaving through the bifurcating the head of the middle Hydra head, straight down through the neck into the body, just cleaving all the way through it, leaving this nice sort of like separated portion of the Hydra. It shrieks and begins to kind of pull itself around, thrashing around like a snake. However, it does not. The life seems to be leaving it, and it gets slower and slower, more sluggish until it finally just seems to lay down and just twitch, no longer having the will to live. That ends the Hydra's life. Anything with your turn? Anything else with your turn, Chad?
How high up is the guy who just shot the fireball at us?
I think I was saying about like 30 feet off the deck is where the...
Okay, so I may need to move right under him to have the attack
With your javelin?
with the javelin at not disadvantage. But,
Sure,
so,
yeah.
and I just point up at him and say, "That was incredibly rude, sir," as I throw my javelin up at his face.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great, though. Maybe still woozy. That's only an 11 to hit.
That'll miss.
Do I want to? Yeah, I'm gonna
wow,
try.
got him.
I'm gonna
Got
do a
him.
precision attack and try and add to that.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. He is going to take. I think this is just 1d6. Yes. He takes 5 piercing damage.
All right, 5 points of piercing damage. The javelin sinks into him, and then before he's able to reach and pull it out, it disappears from his grasp and reappears in your hand. All right, nice. I think that's Daffy's turn now.
Oh, I forgot to do it when the fireball hit. Concentration check for Dragon's Breath, which I think it's probably going to end soon anyway. Yeah, no, I only rolled a 2 for a 9 total.
Okay, yeah, that'll fail. Daffy, what you got?
All right. So these pieces here, do they connect across the entire upper deck?
Yeah, there's ropes and planks and things like that. You could Pirates of the Caribbean your way across if you want.
Okay. Here's my thought. Acrobatics, anything. I'll even throw Step in the Wind in there if I need to.
Yeah.
I would like to take at least half my movement to get it right up next to this guy.
Okay. Make an acrobatics.
Whack.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We'll do it that way.
That's a 19.
Okay, cool. So full on Jack Sparrow, you're swinging and stumbling and drunkenly acrobating your way across.
Twack to him.
Okay.
That's 21.
Yep. That's a successful twack.
All right, that's just... Ooh, that's 8 points of fist in your face damage.
Nice. All right. Just punch and he kind of staggers backwards.
Just passing through. See you later. And I'd like to take the rest of my movement to get on over here to Mr. Captain.
He's just got jumping off the
just
side.
Get there. Yeah, and if I think that's, what was that, 40? Let me look here. I was there. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm at 30.
Yeah.
Can I see him from here?
You can see him down. You see him in this rowboat down about 20 feet, straight drop into the water.
Okay. Can I just jump? Can I jump and then just quarterstaff held high and just twack him straight over the head?
Yeah, you can.
Excellent. Give me your bounds! And that's an 18.
18?
Yes.
That does not hit.
Ugh. Dang it.
You go screeching, give me your bones as you come falling down.
He's just like,
yeah, the quarterstaff glances off the plate armor that he's wearing, and you kind of, I think, make another acrobatics try for me, see if you land in the rowboat.
That's a 20.
Okay, 20. Yeah, you do land in the rowboat, kind of maintain your balance, holding, sloshing back and forth, a little bit of water coming up over the side. He's panicking. Everyone's panicking.
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
You know.
19.
19 misses.
One more. 20.
20 will hit.
Actually,
you know what? The 19 would hit. He's not using his shield right now. He's rowing.
Oh, okay. So this is,
That's how I do it.
all right, that's 8. Ooh, and 11. So 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
You had not exactly 19 hit points left.
nice.
You come flying down, landing in the rowboat as he's looking up, stunned, dropping the oars, beginning to pull out the pistols as Hilda is trying to cast spells at him. You then crack down twice over the head with your quarterstaff, and he slouches backward, then slumps, kind of falling halfway into the water, half of him in the boat. All right. End of your turn, Daffy?
If I can move toward him to start rummaging in his pockets for those damn bones.
You
and
start
that'll be
rummaging, yeah. Nice. So, Hydra dead. Only one left is the other hobgoblin. Barumbo, what do you got?
well, my storm went down earlier on. I can't remember if it was the fireball or the Hydra attack, but it went down at some point.
I thought you used your thing to keep it up.
Well, that was then, and then I got hit several more times.
Yeah.
From that. But it's gone. So at this fire boy, just gonna come like clump towards in that direction, and then my form is going to change and become knobby and feathery as I take the form of a giant vulture.
Ooh.
And I'm going to take flight off the deck towards him, screeching with it's got a fly feet of 60. I can't attack because that's my action, but I get it right into his face. Yep.
All right, Vulture, Barumba. Do you keep any characteristics like you Vulture, but you still like 2 tusks or something like that? It's just like World of Warcraft animal morphing rules.
I like that. I haven't thought too much about what Barumba's characteristics are.
Okay.
I feel like that the vulture just has like a shaggy haircut.
Okay.
Like the shaggy feathers.
Like Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Jungle Book, exactly.
Okay, perfect. That's gonna be Barumba's turn. Roth is gone. Hilda, what would you like to do?
Oh, great, you got the knock and get out of this water, and is gonna crawl out of the water.
Okay.
I don't know if there's. Well, actually, you said that rope was cut, so she can't get up out of there.
Yeah, you could try climbing up. If you're trying to climb back up onto the ship, or you can climb into the rowboat.
I mean, is there? I'm little. I could probably get up on there. And yeah, I was gonna climb onto the rowboat and be like, "So when you said bones, do you mean like his actual bones? Like what's going on here?"
It's a long story. You want to help me look in his pockets, though? Just take anything out you see and just show it to me, and I'll let you know.
All right. I'm gonna help her do that.
He keeps his bones in his pockets. Like any gentleman.
Make an investigation check, Hilda.
Okay. Let's do this one. What is my thing for investigation? 14?
14. Okay, you rummage around in his pockets as his face is down in the water still. Just a little bit of blood kind of beginning to encircle it. You find a couple of pouches kind of secreted away. A pouch of coins and some small valuables. And you do, on his hip, find a little leather sort of drawstring bag that you open up. You hear like a clinking inside, which doesn't sound like coins. And inside you do see a what looks to be like bones inside of it.
I think I found what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. And then, oh gosh. And actually is like gonna like pull his head up out of the water and just like set him down.
Okay.
Oh,
he doesn't seem alive, but yeah. You do him the courtesy, or the fish start to eat him. Hydra is gone. We're at the last hobgoblin's turn. He sort of threw all his chips in, trying to use this last 3rd level spell for the fireball. So, yeah, I think what he does is he's gonna do. You're right up in his face right now. Correct, Vulture?
Can't speak. I'm not.
God. Yeah, it's gonna. He's gonna attempt a shocking grasp against you.
I'll bring it, my dude.
That's an 11.
I don't know what the AC
I
is.
think the AC of Vulture is a 12. Yep, it's a 12.
It is a 10.
It's a 12.
What? Well, how? Where?
The AC of Vulture? I just picked
Giant
up the
Vulture.
chip. Yeah, Giant Vulture is a 12.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yep. So he misses. You just sort of snap at his arm, and he pulls his hand back as it's wreathed in electricity, kind of, and the spell is lost. So instead, he's just going to try to run.
All right.
You can take an attack of opportunity against him if you'd
Yeah.
like.
That's going to be, what's the plus for attacks? Plus 2.
Giant
No,
vulture.
plus 4. So that's going to be 23.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. So it's going to be 4 plus 6 points of, well, actually, is it beak or talons for the, you think?
Probably beak. Well, I guess if you're flying, it could be either one. I could justify it either way.
All right. I'll see. Okay, I'll do the one with more damage.
Sure.
Okay, 10 points of slashing talon damage.
Okay, 10 points of damage. He is gonna attempt the jump of his life, and he's gonna attempt to leap into the water from up here and hopefully not land on the deck of the ship. This is gonna be a strength check.
Oh no, this is like that guy who ran off.
I'm just gonna roll this out in the open so we see how this goes. We can all enjoy this together.
Just
Plus 13. God damn it, that's like so in the middle that it doesn't.
yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Half damage?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. What happens?
Breaks his leg.
He's gonna leap off the side, and he looks like he's gonna clear it. But one of his legs sort of clips one of the ropes in the rigging, and he goes spitting out a bit. And you hear kind of a thump as he hits the side of the boat, and then a spoosh. So he does make it to the water, but he has a price to pay. A hard bargain as he
Hard bargains.
Hard bargain.
makes it. I'm gonna say he is gonna take some damage. He was 30 feet up, so he's gonna take 3d6. Okay, he's still alive.
But what quality of life is that?
But he's in the water. That is end of his turn, Chad.
All right, I go over to this side of the boat to get some eyes on him, and I'm gonna chuck my javelin down at him.
Okay.
Is he still within 30 feet?
He is.
Okay.
He's just kind of bobbing there in the water. Trying
Well,
to get
that's no good. That's an 11 again.
that misses.
But D20s suddenly don't like me. Next attack is it zips back to me. That's much better. That's a 24 to hit
Hits.
for 9 points of piercing damage.
Also had 2 hit points left. So as he lands, he comes splashing up to the top of the water, sort of shaking his head, just had water in his nose, is kind of half blinded. Suddenly there's a spoosh next to him, and he looks over, is kind of unsure what's going on. Looks back up just in time for the javelin to come crashing straight through his mouth, out the back of his head. But before it gets too gory, this javelin disappears, and he just falls backwards into the water and begins to sink down, disappearing out of sight. Just a few bubbles popping up.
And I think Chad's gonna shout over towards the act. What? Did you get the captain? And I think it's gonna I think I have 15 feet of movement left, and it's gonna start heading over that way.
Yeah, we're out of combat, so
Yeah, she got them real good right on the head.
All right, well, we've cleaned up here. Barumba's now a giant vulture.
The elephant fellow is now a vulture.
Yes, he can turn into creatures.
More about these.
Is he a druid of some kind, or?
I don't know who he is. I don't know who you are. Hello.
Oh,
I'm Hilda.
hi. I did say we'd introduce ourselves a little more properly. I'm Daffy. And that son of a bitch kidnapped me, but I got my just asserts and shakes the bones.
Yeah, you did. I'm glad you got what you were looking for.
Oh,
Those
they're
like bones, like the actual bones.
yeah, they're throwing bones. They're for divining things. I don't know exactly how to use them, but I will. I'm gonna learn. Yeah.
All right. Well, I definitely want to get to shore. That water is really cold. Freezing.
Yeah, how far out are we? Does anyone know?
We're actually in a cavern. There's like a waterfall at one end, and there's
Is it like well lit in here though? Like, is it really dark or what is the lighting?
It's pretty dark. The only light source you have is the kind of refracted light coming in from the other side of the waterfall. It's pretty dim, and then a series of torches, the lanterns on the ship itself, and then some torches on the shore, where there's this dock where they had been unloading their cargo, and then there's a little like side cavern that you had seen them taking some cargo as well.
Oh, so we're not far at all. Okay. I've been down there for a little bit, so I kind of didn't really know what was going on. Who are you all?
Well, we are the Hope of Vagrants.
yes, the newest guild out of Quildon. That there next to you is Hilda. I am Chad, and the vulture is Barumba. He's not yet a member of the guild.
Hi. I'm Daffy. Hi, I'm Daffy.
Pleasure to meet you. Why don't you all come back up on the deck rather than shouting down over the side of the boat?
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, come on. You need a hand?
Yeah, that would be nice.
And maybe bring his body up. We'll need some proof of the kill.
Oh yeah, good point.
All right. Start dragging the body on deck.
All right, you begin to pull the body up onto the deck and gain your bearings and take stock of whatever else might be in this cavern or on this ship. We're going to go ahead and take a break right here. So everyone out there watching, thank you for doing so. Continue to do so. We'll be back in a few minutes to continue our adventure. See you soon. Hello, Internet. We are back. Thanks for hanging out with us on our break. I don't have anything. I always think that I should say something, but I can't. Let's just jump back into it. Where we left off, you had just defeated the ice rats, killed Roth Blackwater, the bandit leader, and his Hydra pet. Hydra pet, not hydro pet.
Very different things.
Very different things. So you're all back on the deck of the ship. You have Blackwater's body, and you have a ship and a cavern to explore at this point. What would you like to do?
So, how is everybody feeling? Because I kind of want to take a minute.
Yes, taking
A
warm up.
nap would be real nice. Just like maybe a short one would be real great. Yeah.
Yeah, short one.
Maybe there is something here. There are other food items or anything on the ship, like a cooking. I'd like to maybe make a meal for everyone as we take a little rest on the ship together.
Oh, really? That would be nice.
I could eat. Yeah.
All right, I go to the mess hall or wherever they keep their victuals and try to put something together.
Okay, so you went ahead below deck and scrounge or scavenge for food, try to put a meal together.
Yeah.
All right, so Barumba heads below deck. What's everybody else want to do while he's doing that?
take a short rest.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Short rest.
Yeah, I think generally keeping an eye out still, though, because there was that one hobgoblin on the shore who I let run away.
Yes, you did see one of them run. I don't think anyone saw where they went. I don't think anyone would have been focused enough for that. But yeah, could be somebody lurking out there. But sure, so you can take a short rest. Barumba, you head below deck. The ship's layout is, I don't know how much, if Barumba spent any time at sea. Or is familiar with ships.
No.
So you go stumbling through a couple of sort of around some corridors downstairs. There's some like bunks or barracks for the crew. Some like hammocks hanging in one of the larger rooms. There's also sort of I'm trying to think of the right word. Like a more of an open area where it's like they have like a cargo hold down below deck. And a few other small like closets and storerooms and things like that, and you stumble around. There's also a small like brig near the back, and you do finally stumble across the galley where they have their provisions. There's some barrels with that you break open, and there are some fruits inside. Some of them a little bit molded. Most of them look like they're okay. Some sacks of grain, other pretty common hearty food stores. It doesn't seem like it's the freshest. It seems like they maybe just came from a long voyage at sea. Some of their supplies running low, and some of them having gone bad. But if you wanted to make some food, there's enough to work with here.
Okay. Whatever's salvageable, I'll kind of throw together as kind of as a meal. It sounds like it's mostly fruits and stuff. So,
yeah, I mean, there's fruits and hard breads and some dried meats and things like that.
All right, I'll make a cobbler, I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
You make a cobbler and a and a meat platter.
And charcuterie
board. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make a charcuterie board. If there's cheeses, I'll lay out some of the dried meats. I'll like mash up some of the fruit into a jam and spread it out real nice I'll just like rip a plank loose and use that as a serving platter, and then like kind of make it all really nice, and then bring it back up to the rest and enjoy the short rest with them.
Some charcuterie.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Everybody else just resting? Anything exciting?
Daffy's just going to take out the bones and just start rolling them.
Okay. You roll them. They lay there.
Just pick them back up, roll them out again, see if they do they speak to her in any way? Do they just seem to make sense?
Just like, hey, stop it!
Make a wisdom check.
Okay. A 10 plus. It's a 13.
13. Okay. You lay them out and you look them over, and the placement of them, and two of them are sort of crossing at a tight angle, and a couple of them are bunched together in the sort of more jagged pieces, and you look them over, and I mean, they're bones.
Well, I'll figure this out eventually. Just throw them back in the bag, tie them back up, put them in her pack.
And yeah, so while you're resting, and you get a kind of a more decent layout of the ship. So you have the main deck here, and you have below deck where you have the cargo hold and the crew's quarters and some of the other storerooms. Above deck, there is a sort of an elevated portion where you can see the steering mechanisms of the ship, and the helm is. There is another set of doors that leads to a room or some sort of room that's actually on the level of the deck itself. Probably the captain's quarters. So the rest finishes. You will bandage your wounds, regain any hit points that you need.
As we're sort of resting, Hilda's like carefully going through and like making sure each of her bells are okay, and then like plays them a little bit, and everyone gets a little song of rest.
All right.
So you get an additional. Wait, let me see.
1d6.
Only one hit point. Boo.
I'll take it.
No, I forgot. Is that total or per hit dice?
total. I think you only get the Song of Rest once.
Click on it and see.
Oh man, I'm 1 hit point shy.
Uh,
I could use another hit die, but
Yeah, I used 5 hit die. I'm back up to now 62. There we go.
Nice.
I used my natural recovery to restore 4 spell slots of things.
Okay.
Which
Yeah, get all my key points back. Yes.
hey. Okay.
and I'm going to use 1 more hit dice just for that last HP, just because
Is that one little?
that will probably be the one that kills me if I don't do it.
You never know.
And then, well, this is quite delicious. This little meal you put together.
It's nothing. It's just using whatever that happens to be down there. So I mean, I did my best. Slim pickings, really.
Are you normally like a chef or something?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you anyways. This is very good.
The cheese is real nice.
I think so too.
What does your character look like right now?
Gosh.
It looks like Snuffleupagus.
I changed back from the vulture at some point. I didn't say that, but I did.
Okay. I like the idea of the vulture serving charcuterie.
Yeah. If I could talk as a Boyd, I would stay. But essentially a bipedal Snuffleupagus with tusks. Yep.
No, right?
I love it.
So cute.
What do you do other than make lovely victuals and hors d'oeuvres?
No, I just kind of wander around, I guess. Meeting new people, seeing new things. Lately, it's gotten a little violent, I guess, with the people that I've been hanging out with, which is, a little bit of a mixed bag, but, I can't complain.
Do you like to perform at all? I mean, my troupe is always looking for people.
Oh, no. I don't like to be in front of a crowd. I'm not showy like that, I get a little shy in front of people, to be truthful with you.
Okay. Well, there's always like behind the scenes things, like you keep everybody fed so that they go out and perform, and we make a little more money.
Ah, money, you say?
Well, yeah.
That case.
I'll just be honest, I've been roped into a couple of amateur productions of different things over the past several years, and I'm not really looking for that right now. But if you're talking about something where there's actual money involved, then
I mean, if you just want to keep cooking for all of us, I'm sure nobody would mind.
What? How many of us are there of you?
Yeah, where's the rest of
Well.
your group?
Well, they're back in town. I mean, we were just passing through, but I got my eye on them bones, and then, well, I don't exactly remember what happened because I had a little bit to drink. But then I kind of just ended up in that hole down there, and well, that wasn't going to work for me. So it took me a while to get out of them ropes, but
Was
then
there
I
anybody
busted
else?
up, and then I met all of you.
So I take it there wasn't anyone else down there with you.
Not that I saw, no.
Okay. That's good, I guess.
I think I
That's good.
might have tried to just take the bones from the captain. That sounds like me. Yeah, that was probably it. I'm assuming he didn't like that all that much.
And so he took you instead. Well,
I
you're
guess
lucky
so.
he probably would have sold you to who knows where. Or done
Yeah.
something with you.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand sometimes you have impulses, you want to do things, but
Well, I just really wanted to learn and well, I guess I can. Well, it doesn't matter.
While they're talking, can I do a ritual casting of detect magic over the bones?
Sure.
Yeah. Just kind of
May I?
Sure. What you gonna do?
I'm just wanting to know what is so important about these bones that they put someone like you into ropes.
Well, he was just kind of throwing them and talking about them and stuff, and so I thought they might be kind of important, and well, I'm kind of interested in like visions and divination and predicting the future and such like that. So
Let me take a look at these.
just kind of
all right.
just kind of like just pot with my trunk until that's
Okay. You you cast detect magic and look over the bones and searching for any magical presence. As you finish the ritual casting, it does not seem that the bones themselves are magical. You don't get any sort of magical presence from them. They seem completely mundane.
okay. I scoop them back into the bag, and then reverently, I place them back in Daffy's hands. Be like,
These are very, very special. Certainly worth dying for. So,
If you
protect
were going to
them.
see if they had magic on them, you could have said something. I could have just done it. That took a while, though.
You can't rush perfection.
All right. So, no magic on them.
Not a sort of traditional magic. This is a deeper, older, earthy kind of magic. You know what I mean? Just kind of almost as if it's not there at all.
So, no magic then.
Only the magic that we bring to it with our hearts and our minds.
Right. Okay. Well,
it's gonna like to chat, be like, where did you pick this guy up?
It's a bit of a story. There was actually another one, but now he's in the Geode too. I don't know how his guild's going to feel about that if we can't get him back out.
I think it Mel and Jules are still in there.
And Paul. Yep.
And Paul, oh boy. Probably pretty crowded in there.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to, last time when you all were in there, he's telling Jules one day we're just all going to be in there on the side of the road somewhere.
Oh man.
There are
Why do we
also
keep
two
this thing around?
hobgoblins in there too, in
Yeah.
case you forgot.
what's a geode?
It's kind of pull it out and just say, our friends are in here. It's where Hilda was. I guess you popped out after that happened. Some weird kind of magic. We haven't been able to figure it out yet. Doesn't seem to respond to the usual sorts of inquiries, investigations into that nature. It seems
Very
inscrutable.
I don't know about all that, but you have friends that are in that?
Yep.
Well, they might be inside it, or maybe it's
Well, break it
like
open,
a
get them out.
portal.
They might get stuck there. And I mean, I've been in there once. She's been in there once. We come out fine. Don't want to risk, if we break it, do we break our friends?
Does it shrink you down real small?
We're still running tests to figure it out, I guess. Chad, do you mind if I take it for now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I now possess the geode. Well, should we get looking around and see if there's anything worth around here? I mean, looks like those captain's quarters over there.
Yes.
They unloaded some stuff over there on those docks.
Yes, we should.
Well,
take a
I
look.
mean, if we're here, you know.
Should also keep an eye out. There was at least one hobgoblin that got away.
Wait.
There were other things going on at the time during the fight.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's not every day you get the 5-headed Hydra just coming out of nowhere.
Yes. But I think, and this probably would have happened during the short rest. Is there anything on the captain's body that is like, hey, this is the captain's? At the very least, I think Chad's going to take his pistols as proof of like, hey, we got a pirate captain.
Yeah. I don't think he
pirate
has a
hat.
I don't think he has a name tag. Yeah, I think he's got a swanky hat, and
Is there
I
an
think
ostentatious feather?
yeah, it's stuck into the hat. Yeah, and there's yeah. I mean, his pistols are very nice and ornate, and I think each one on the butt of the pistol has like his initials scraped into it, RB.
Careful with those.
Well, these should prove as These should serve as proof of the deed that we have eliminated the leader of the ice rats.
Or at the very least, took all his stuff.
Yes.
I mean, do we just want to cut off his head and put it in a bag and bring it to you ever need to prove it to?
Tried that route once before. One of our
People
party
get weird
members
about that.
took offense to it.
Well, you stuck it on a like a stick.
Yes,
But putting it on a
but
stick is different from putting it in the bag. But
yes, there is still some ongoing discussion that maybe needs to happen around that point. But she's in the geode right now.
So that's a no.
I mean, if you want to, I don't want to carry it. But if you want to get with the chopping and put it in one of your bags, that's up to you.
Probably not my bag. That might get a little messy. I mean, I've never chopped anything's head off before and put its head in a bag, but I'm just guessing like that's probably real messy.
Yeah,
But I'm sure there's a bag on the ship. We can just throw it in.
Stick it in a barrel.
They also, I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn, but they also have a wagon. We could put the whole body on it. I don't know why we have to take off parts of it. And
Oh, that's
Where is our
easy.
wagon?
It's out past the waterfall a ways. We tried to.
There's a waterfall.
Yes, right over
I
there.
guess that's what that roar.
that roaring noise that you've been hearing?
I mean, I'm not very bright, but even I saw the big waterfall with all the. I mean,
That's why we're
it's a
talking
off
so
day.
loudly right now?
Yeah, good point.
but if y'all have a wagon, I mean, that's even easier.
Yes.
Well, we could load up a bunch of stuff if you got a big old wagon.
Yes. I wonder if perhaps we should go out and fetch it and bring it back before we search the rest of this cavern. See if there's anything else we should take back to civilization.
I can get it out, but you all just have fun here, and I'll go get the wagon.
All right.
All right.
Be careful of Beast. He's kind of a big boy.
Yes. The mean horse Jules had an affinity with.
I'm kind of a big boy myself. I think I got it.
That's sweet. All right. Well, I'm gonna go check out this guy.
And he never came back.
I'll come with you.
It's like,
Free wagon.
wagon and horse.
Okay, so you're going to get the wagon, Barumba. Hilda, you wanted to search the ship?
Yeah. Well, let's start with the captain's quarters. See if there's anything
Okay.
interesting there.
You head into the captain's quarters. Immediately upon opening it, is everyone else going with her, or is somebody searching something else? Okay. And Barumba, I didn't check. I think Water Walk is still on, so.
It should, yeah, it'll be on for,
Is that one 8 hours, or is that?
Oh, that's a good question. I thought it was an hour, but it might.
Because you guys have Water Walk and Water Breathing on.
Yeah, let me see.
No, 1 hour. So yeah, you still got time though.
Yeah, water breathing is 24,
24,
but
jeez.
water walk is an hour, yeah.
Couldn't drown if you wanted to. Okay.
I had to drown my sorrows, but
It
didn't work. They're so resilient.
Anyway, so the the rest of you head into the captain's quarters, and upon opening it, you're hit with a very strong but pleasant aroma, like fine spices and other. What's the word I'm looking for?
Potpourri?
Yeah, potpourri. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. It smells like potpourri.
Jeez. Please save the spices for Barumba, your friend Barumba.
But it's there's a strong smell like perfumes and other sort of fine and like noble aromas in there, and there's a very sort of gaudy interior. Silken pillows kind of lining a like a bench along the far wall underneath the windows looking out from the captain's quarters. There's a writing desk to the right side of the room, and a few stacks of like ledgers and books on the writing desk. I also need somebody to roll me a d10.
Sure. An 8.
An 8.
8 fire elementals burst out of the...
No!
I'm looking. Loading. Okay.
Sorry.
There's also some a array of like a mannequin on the other side of the room, or a bust that has another hat sitting on it, and some clothes draped over the back of a chair. Another small little table with some jewelry laid out across it, necklaces, rings, other things as well. It's very and a big chandelier in the center of the room too.
David just goes over and starts putting like 2 rings on each finger, just like loading up her hands. Look at me, I'm all fancy. Takes the hat, puts it on over a top knot, starts loading up on jewelry.
Okay, and so it's just this one room, and doesn't go down below from here.
No, this room looks like it's it for this level.
Well, it definitely
There's
has...
a bed too. It looks like this is the sleeping and the living quarters of the captain.
Definitely got what he likes.
Should probably take the riches, maybe check the books. I don't know what if it will have anything useful, but you know.
I mean, there could be some manifest. Maybe there's something about the Bandit's King.
I'll leave the reading to y'all. I'll just third necklace around her very long furry neck. I'll just be over here, if you don't mind.
Nice. Yeah, I would like to look at the books.
Okay.
Manifest and kind of see, yeah, maybe search and see if there's any references to the Bandit King.
You can look through that. So there are a couple of books, a couple look like they are like navigation related. There's some maps laid out here on the desk as well. Most of those you peruse through, and they're referencing all over Sarthia. There's maps of Roran and of course Ishvornen and Krastel and many of the local shorelines, and it goes into detail about those. There are 2 specifically, I think, that stick out to you. One of them is a ledger that details the cargo that is being picked up and what is being transported. And most of it looks like it's encoded, but it does look like it details where they were traveling and recently, and it gives like dates and where they went, which city they were in, where they went after that, and it kind of shows like the route and the different ports that they had traveled to. The other one appears to be a journal, like a diary. You want to look through either one of those?
Yeah, gonna stash the sort of coded manifest,
Mm-hmm.
maybe in her bag to look at later. But yeah, kind of just wants to maybe like peruse the last couple entries of the diary.
Okay. So you look over the captain's logs and his journal, and you flip to about the halfway point of the journal where the most recent dates are before it goes blank. And the descriptions that you get for the most recent dates, it looks like they had picked up something, been tasked to make a shipment or smuggle something into Ishfornen a couple weeks ago. There's a description of picking up what Captain Blackwater describes as a black stone of some sort. Goes into a little bit of description, saying that it's warm to the touch, is large. It took several men to transport and get onto the ship. Says this isn't the first one they've had to transport, and that he's not looking forward to transporting another. A couple days pass, and there are more descriptions in another entry. Talks about how the crew has begun to act strangely. Everyone's sort of on edge as a result of this item being on board. Again, sort of under the based on the descriptions, it sounds like this wasn't the first time this has happened, and they've transported these before. He begins to describe weird dreams the captain was having during the travels, and kind of as they got out to sea and had kind of reached a lull where they're waiting for the winds to pick up to complete the journey. Beginning having terrible sort of nightmares about sort of dark creatures, vicious-looking creatures, kind of staring at him from the darkness in a land of ash and fire. It says that he has taken to drinking heavily before sleeping every night in an attempt to stave off these dreams. And the next entry and the last entry in the journal describes their arrival, or that they're close to land at this point. They can see the shoreline in the distance. And you gather this was actually like just this day or within the last day, this entry. They see the shoreline in the distance, looking forward to making it back to land, where you get this accursed stone off of his ship. And out of sight.
Well, it sounds like they were transporting something a little bit terrible. And there's a chance.
What was it? Looking at all the stuff she's wearing now.
Nothing like that. Like description is like a large stone.
That sounds like what the Midnight Reavers said they had to move for the Bandit King once. Pick up from the ice rats and transport it.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it was a terrible time to have it.
And
Put everyone on edge, even was giving people bad dreams.
Who would want a stone like that?
the Bandit King, apparently.
Well,
Is it still on the ship?
well, I mean, Chad's theory could be right that perhaps they've already dumped it off and given it to another group who transported it out of the city. It sounds, out of this area. It sounds like it lines up, but maybe we should keep our eyes peeled.
Is it really big or is it really small or?
Seems like it's fairly large. Took several people to move it.
Well, then let's check the ship.
Dark and it's warm to the touch, apparently.
Well, yeah. If it was really big, then it might have taken them a while to figure out how to get it to who they needed to get it to. So let's check the ship, see if it's still here.
Okay. I'll say that Hilda, something else catches your eye as you are leaving. on the table with some more jewelry that Daffy hadn't gotten to yet. There is a small, small box that's currently open, and it's pillowed on the inside. And sitting there is this vibrant purple prism that is sitting on a nice little cushion. And as you look at it, it does seem to be giving off like a faint light source.
Like look at it's a little box that like has like a lid.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take this too. Kind of like puts it away to look at for later.
Okay. All right. So Barumba, you've made it outside. You've grabbed the wagon and with a little coaxing to the horses.
Can I do an animal handling to see how well I
Sure.
coax?
Yeah, I want to see how well you can handle the beast.
All right. 23.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So the big, massive black stallion that is currently strapped to the front of the wagon, you come approaching and kind of balks and snorts at you and with a sort of aggressive posture.
I can give it a little snort back.
Okay.
My schnoz.
you snort back at him and he sort of calms a bit and eyes you as you approach with an imposing. I guess you're kind of approaching this with more of like a aspect of dominance to assert your.
So I just kind of assert my space. I don't look at him. I just get next to him and allow my bulk to he's like, oh, you know what? This guy, he's not even worried about me. He's not even looking at him. He's not scared of me.
Okay.
I should be scared of him.
Sounds right.
In a way that I respect and admire.
But yeah, there's a begrudging acceptance and then a little frustration at your heavy girth as you get into the wagon.
Yeah.
Now they have to drag you.
I'll walk.
Okay. And you lead the wagon back into the cavern from this kind of side. This whole gap or trail that seems to pass behind the waterfall, and back towards the docks where you saw everything being unloaded.
Yeah.
So the rest of you, do you head back towards the ship at that point?
Hey,
Stop it.
Yeah, I just kind of I think there wasn't so much of a trail, so it might take me a while, but do kind of slowly make my way there.
Okay.
And I don't know if I can actually, did I pick that up? No, I didn't. But I if there can be some flavor of just kind of asking kind of branches and shrubbery to kind of part a little bit of the way as we kind of move through.
Yeah. There's some vines stretched across the road, and you politely ask them to pull back so you don't have to roll over them. Yeah. So yeah, you slowly...
Is it coming through, little ones?
You slowly make your way back, and you can see your companions on the deck of the ship and beginning to head down below deck as you're making your way into the cavern.
Then to the beast, I guess.
Wait here. Assertively.
And then I still got water walk on, so I just walk over to the ship.
Okay. You're a little behind them, but you'll make it. The three of you head down below deck and into the cargo hold where you begin to look around. It looks like most everything has been taken out at this point. A lot of the big boxes and barrels and crates that had been unloaded onto the docks. However, you can see some of the boxes and cargo in the far corner have been sort of piled up, and you can see kind of poking up behind them. There's a sheet or sort of canvas that is draped over a large structure. that is sort of buried back behind everything.
Is that it?
Very well might be if they want to get as much distance between themselves as they could.
Daffy will cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and you do immediately get a very strong magical presence from the stone.
Yeah, that's magical.
Gonna like pull off the
Or from the whatever's underneath, which you assume is the stone. Yeah.
That
so-
sheet is really magical.
Sheet
Be
is
careful.
Very magical. You begin to pull boxes away. I assume Chad probably doing most of the heavy lifting. Daffy, I guess I imagine Hilda
I can
has the
help,
hardest
yeah.
time moving these large crates.
I can cast Unseen Servant.
Oh, there you go.
We
Yeah.
can have a friend. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
How much can it move?
I don't know. Let me click it. I've never done this before.
It's like
Let's see.
10 pounds.
Oh, has a strength of 2, and it
Daffy
can't
just start
cast-
dragging like giant crates and
think
then like
it-
hand the unseen servant a little box and
Yeah, I think strength of 2. I think it's like 10 times your strength score is the amount that you can like lift. But yeah, so it can help.
Okay.
So yeah, you all begin to clear things away, Barumba. You make it down as well. Maybe.
So this is where everyone are too. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Oh, well, we didn't get very far.
we found a magic sheet.
Well, that's the best kind of sheet to find.
I think what's magical is the thing underneath it. There's
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, yes, of course. It's like each of one of us. We appear magical, but what is inside is what really matters.
right. Yeah.
I mean, my outside's really blinging right now, so that's kind of nice too.
But yeah.
I like it.
Eventually, you guys uncover. Jeez. Eventually, you guys uncover the object behind there, and you do see probably about.
All good.
You sure?
Cats. Yeah. No.
Okay. Meow.
1 second. I might have to kill them.
That was a Barumba deck save right there.
You see about the structure itself is probably about 7 feet tall, and it's fairly wide just from what you can see underneath it. But yeah, it's just this long cylindrical object that is covered in this tarp or canvas.
Okay. All right, I'll make something happen. Like Barumba just kind of like reaches forward with the trunk and say, "What is everyone waiting for?" To grab it and like fling the tarp off.
Well, it's kind of
3,
terrible,
2.
apparently.
Any physical thing to stop me?
Nope.
Okay.
Probably not. It's
As she
wait-
says, it's kind of terrible. You rip it off to the side, and what you see there is a strange sort of otherworldly looking structure. Like I said, about 7 feet tall and about 2.5 feet wide. It is jagged on the top, like it was broken off of something, and it sits rested on a smooth base. It is a solid piece of black stone, like obsidian, and it almost seems to there's
Pull
a
the tarp off. It is a black stone shard with a smooth base. Sorry.
Oh, because Sid came back. I was like,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah, yeah.
repeating that for?
Okay.
There's a so this massive piece of obsidian, and it has a sheen to it, like it's almost polished, but there's no like reflection. You can get a little bit of light glistening off of it, but you can't. It almost like absorbs the light into it. Across the surface of the object, there are these swirling sort of engravings all along the like corners of it, stretching up and then sort of down to the bottom, where they pool and kind of collect at like a nest of like briars, and then engraved upon the surface of the obelisk, kind of towards the side based on its positioning, you can see there is a like a paragraph of writing, in very large lettering that appears to be in, as probably Chad can identify immediately, as infernal.
Common. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Nice try. Oh, that is.
Not for me.
Yeah. Am I able to read it, or is
Yes.
it more like when there was the brand and I couldn't quite? Okay.
No, it is actually there's actually a sentence that you can read, and what it says is, "By the blood of the fallen shall the way be made open."
We repeat that for the rest of the group.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I'm trying to think back to only Hilda would know this of when we were underneath what those 4 code words were.
Oh, I have them in my notebook somewhere. Where's my notebook?
Yeah.
No one. Well, we have lots of blood of the fallen of deck. Do you want me to get some?
I mean, we don't know what that means.
Which
so
part?
rather not.
I mean, I could fall down and then I could cut my hand and then I could put my hand on it and that's the blood of the fallen, right?
It was our voices conquer reality.
Yeah, that's the thing. From a previous dungeon we went through. Okay, what is it? The wording
Sorry,
again?
the two of you were just reminiscing about something. I'm sorry. Do you want me to go get the blood of the people that have fallen upstairs?
I don't know if we want to feed this thing any blood, but by the blood of the fallen shall the way be made open. And I don't know if I'm able to tell in Infernal if there's any capitalization going on. I've
Like the way.
Yeah, what I'll
The Gerard way.
what I'll give you with this writing, the fallen wouldn't really be interpreted as or translated as like the vanquished. The fallen seems to directly represent something like literally, like there is a
people group or something.
Yeah, like a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, just for flavor stuff, because I don't know why Broom is like kind of like, let's engage it. Are there any like heebie-jeebie things or like any weird feelings in the room, or is it just like a rock? Otherwise,
yeah, I will say the longer you all seem to look at it, there's like, the longer you look at it, the longer you are focused on it. Over time, there's like this slight ringing in your ears, kind of like tinnitus.
Yeah.
And it's just like steadily getting louder. Not to the point where it's like disrupting your hearing yet, but you are beginning to notice that, like this sense of this like ringing or this humming noise.
I kind of want to touch it, but also I don't like this thing.
I mean, the crew had to move it onto here somehow, so I don't know if they actually touched it. But if it's giving people bad feelings and nightmares, it doesn't seem like a good object in general.
Let's cover it back up for now, perhaps, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
Is there any way that you can put this in the geode?
Don't think
I mean, I wish.
Or is it one of those things where like double negative, 2 rocks, blah blah blah? No. Okay. Well, all right. We'll pass that for now.
So Chad, do you want to cover it back up?
Yeah.
Okay. Something else happens. As Chad steps closer to it, the ringing grows louder.
For everyone?
For everyone. Everyone sort of hears it louder. And you didn't get the same sensation when Barumba stepped closer to it. But as Chad steps closer, it seems as though that noise grows a bit, like the harmonics of it, like something, it's like resonating.
Oh hells! Is this a tiefling thing? Is this an infernal thing?
It seems to be something. Maybe one
I
of.
think it likes you.
Yeah, I do think it seems like it really, really likes you.
I don't think that's a good thing, though.
I don't think so either, especially the kind of company that you keep.
I think I have some ideas about what to do, but let's search the rest of the cavern first before we come back to this, please.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna direct the servant to cover it instead.
Okay.
Like, Chad, why don't you take a step back? I will.
Chad steps back, and it's covered up. And as soon as it's covered up, the ringing dims to the point that it's like now that you've heard it, you can't unhear it. It's still there, and it's very faint, but it's as quiet as it possibly can be. Almost like you can only hear it when you aren't paying attention to it. It's so quiet.
Okay. Well,
I imagine I have the blood of the fallen in me. Maybe a bit of a leap, but
I didn't see you fall down. Never mind. I get that wrong sometimes. It's okay.
point at the horns, the tail, the hooves. Chad's a tiefling.
Do they call tieflings fallen?
No, but I mean, if you believe my stepmother, it is, not that far removed from other fiends.
Oh.
He has mother issues.
She doesn't sound very
I have
nice.
stepmother issues.
Well, I wouldn't listen to her. You seem very nice so far.
Oh, thank you. But yes, let's go check the rest of the cavern before we maybe open a portal to the depths.
Daffy will take one of the rings off and she'll just put it on the edge of one of his horns.
It just slides down until it can't anymore, and then it just stops.
That's gonna leave it there for now.
He slowly gets off balance though.
You have disadvantage on all dexterity saving throws until.
Oh no. There we go.
You got it.
Okay, so you leave the cargo hold and head back out to the deck of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to explore the other side cavern?
Yep.
Okay. You all walk across, I guess, except for Daffy, who's the only one that doesn't have water walk right now.
I don't have it either.
There are a couple
Oh
of
yeah, Hilda
boats.
didn't either.
I can
Is she-
swim, but
is
I'd
she a
rather
teeny-
not swim.
Is she a teeny toony?
I am
What
a
are you?
halfling.
All right, I'm considered a large creature as far as carrying things. You can just
Go the piggyback ride?
you can. Well, don't call me pig, but okay, yeah.
An elephant back
don't,
ride?
Don't appreciate that, but
Immediately just shock puts her into the into the water.
point you.
He yeets her to the shore.
Love it.
Okay, you head across the water to the cavern, and search around over there. I'll have you both, or those of you who are searching, can make investigation checks.
Can I also send Panger around to keep an eye out for a dude who ran away?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so let me roll for.
Is that a Taylor Swift song? Send Pinger out for the dude who ran away. Real quick, this
I rolled
spice-
a 1.
the
Minus
spice-
2.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like you find Hilda's butt with that one. The spices on the captain's quarters, were any of those cooking spices or anything, or were those all just perfumes?
It was just a smell.
Yeah, perfumes. It just smelled like everything in that room had been saturated in some sort of very ostentatious perfume.
And I'm going to ask a question, and you can choose not to answer it.
I can choose not to answer whenever I want. I'm just kidding.
That's true. You don't need me to announce it. But so are we to understand that is this a stolen ship, or is this the smuggler ship that they use to go up and down where are all these rivers?
Based on all the context that you have at this point, everything you've looked around, it appears to be a smuggler ship. This looks like a ship that they use frequently.
Okay. All right, good to know. I don't have any follow-ups right now.
Okay.
But I might destroy that ship, just letting you know. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. Shatter, the torpedo shatter spells.
Mm-hmm.
I might blight the bottom of the deck.
All right.
I like this plan.
So the rest of you head to the cavern. So I got a -1.
Rolled a 15 for
Is it-
13 total.
Okay.
Are we investigating or perceiving?
Investigating.
Okay. All right. So I got 24,
All right.
and Panger got a 18. Just kind of like maybe flying around the cavern, trying to keep a lookout for.
Panger can
Dude.
do it. Do that as a perception if he wants to, because he's more taking a look. I was thinking the rest of you were investigating the actual supplies and to see like if there's anything that you missed.
Oh, okay.
But Panger's on the lookout for things he can do at perception.
What I'm looking for, honestly, I'm just going for smell. I'm looking for like interesting smelling things like spices and foods and stuff like that.
Sure.
And if they don't have any, that's cool. But I forget all my stuff. We're level. Do we have +3 at this point for
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so 22 for me for smelling, just smelling.
And is Panger's any better as a perception?
Yeah. It's 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Daffy sort of walks in circles for a bit.
Mesmerized by all my rings.
Yeah. Very distracted by your bling now. Chad, you search around through some of the just kind of popping open crates and moving them around to see if you miss anything. A lot of them have like rolls of silk, and some of them seem to have like small like marble statues inside of them. A lot of like finery, not a lot of what you would call utilitarian or like useful supplies. A lot of it seems valuable, just be hard to transport. Hilda, with your investigation, and I'd say Baroomba, you also get this with your smell check. You get a very sort of very pungent smell, kind of sulfuric.
Not these again.
It's different than it was before.
Okay.
Coming from some of the crates. And as you're drawn that way and you open them up and you kind of follow along where Chad had gone, it opened up some of the crates and looked inside, and you see the statues and things like that in there, and doesn't seem to be where the smell's coming from. But there is something strange about the crates themselves. And Hilda, you look inside and kind of root around, and you realize there is the depth of the crate does not match the height of the crate. Seems like there is a false bottom.
Well then, let me take a look at this. Is it? And if I'm like looking at it, I'd like to maybe like stick like a dagger and kind of like wedge in there and try to like
Pop it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you lift the statues out of it and over to the side, and you pop up in the bottom of the crate. And what's underneath is a couple of things. There are small little casks, like half a dozen of these small little casks that are well sealed and have a dark coloring to them. In one of the crates. In the other one, you pop it open and there are firearms.
Well then.
A couple of rifles, some pistols.
Chad, do you think you could fire one of these? We took a few on the sly.
I could probably use them. I did gain a rudimentary understanding of them my father told me, these are illegal weapons, must be confiscated, made sure I knew what they did, how they functioned.
You also have some dead issues as well.
Wouldn't be able to, do as much as I would with, Dragon Maru here, but I suppose it is an option, though again, remember, very illegal weapons.
Yeah, it just seems like a shame.
Oh,
I don't know what we would do with these.
Daffy pulls the bullet out of her pocket. I mean, I've got some ammo if you want it.
I mean, that's helpful. I feel like we might need more than one, though.
Let's shoot it.
Okay, so you said there's like rifles and pistols and stuff.
I think takes the bullet, takes one of the rifles. I'll shoot one thing just for the fun of it. What should I shoot?
Are there any like paints or inks or anything in that we've seen so far?
Or what if we just set up one of the statues and I shoot?
Oh, you have a statue?
Could you chuck it in the air?
Pull.
Yeah, you could do one of the little, like I said, marble statues that were inside of the.
Oh, I'll run back to the ship and kind of like set it on like the edge of the
On the railing?
on the railing, yeah, and then run back.
All right.
Was it about like a 60-foot shot from the shoreline?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can still walk on water, so you can get closer if you need to.
I mean, I would do it from the dock, probably.
Okay.
Okay, so...
I put well, just one. We'll just do one. We'll do one. Yeah, one's funnier.
Yep. I assume this is a dexterity attack, a ranged attack?
Yes, yeah, it would be a dexterity-based attack.
Yep.
So you load up, pack like you said, you've had a little bit of training in these. Just your father keeping some like ornamental firearms around, not for use given their the ban on them, but showed you how to use one. So you pack it down, you load the musket ball into it, stand at the edge of the dock.
So even with a 0 dex, that was 21 to hit.
Nice. So
Ding, son.
You
Because I'm assuming I'm proficient with these because fighter.
yeah, I think you're proficient in all weapons. So
Yep.
Yeah, I'd allow it, and given that you kind of worked it in narratively a bit, so that makes sense. And you stay at the edge of the dock, aiming the rifle towards the item, and Chad takes a deep breath and then fires, and you see in an instant, without even seeing where the path of the bullet, it strikes the statue, and then the statue just shatters into 100 tiny pieces and goes raining down on the deck and then into the water.
Okay, maybe we hold on to this in case of emergencies, and if we...
That's a pretty good shot.
That was really loud.
Yeah,
Yes, they are quite loud.
just in case of
Fucking
emergencies. Okay. Sure.
Can I smell the canisters that were sort of sealed? Do they have any sort of like? Because we came across gunpowder before.
Mm-hmm.
Do they like? Does it smell like gunpowder?
Yeah, I'd say you into it. There's spark powder in the
Okay.
in the casks.
Got it.
And are these small enough that they could like fit on pockets, or?
No, they're not that small. They look like they were made as small as they are, just so they could fit inconspicuously at the bottom of the barrels. Each one probably weighs about 12, 15 pounds. They're very densely packed. They're like heavier than you would expect them to be, and each one is maybe about a foot long and about 6 inches, half a foot wide.
Okay. So maybe we shove a couple in the pack.
Yes,
No.
we really need to get ourselves a bag of holding one of these days.
You
I
do.
thought we had the
have,
fanny pack thing.
You don't have access to the fanny pack. Right
Oh, I
now.
forgot because that's a Mel thing.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Didn't you get a? No, I'm thinking of a different game. Never mind.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's Motley Mondays where we got the haversack.
Yeah, I got the haversack. I was like, I thought we had a haversack, but no.
We can carry things, I think.
For now, but we should figure out a way to sort of hide these very illicit but could be highly useful weapons.
I was gonna say I could hold on to things, but if they're like illegal, I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, don't be a nerd. Come on.
I just said I'd hold them. I just,
Yeah, I
don't want to
mean,
get arrested by the first, town guard we see.
yeah.
Oh,
I bet if I look in these sort of shipping manifests that I grabbed off the ship, we could figure out where these were headed. Supposed to be headed. Or where they've been sending it to, because they're probably making a nice profit sending these very illegal items somewhere.
Yes.
So, I was thinking for this ship, I know it has the strange rock that everyone has got the heebie-jeebies over. I don't know that it's a great idea to leave it here.
Yes.
At least at the state it is in.
The ship or the rock?
Both, either. Not exactly sure, but I don't have an answer for this stone.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, it's definitely a mystery, and I don't think it's something we should allow the Bandit King to get if whatever they're planning to do with it. But
Do you know any
I would
clerics?
Know any what?
Clerics.
Yes, our friend Jules, who's in the geode.
Oh. Do
Yeah.
you know any clerics that aren't inside a rock right now?
I mean, we could probably find some, but that would take leaving here. And
I mean,
think-
clerics are usually pretty good about this stuff.
yeah.
The moving of stones?
Well, if it has to do with like the nine hells and stuff, I figure clerics are probably the people we want to talk to, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
It could be, but in any case, I would like to do some more research, but it would be nice if we could sort of hide this thing or put it somewhere safe. Do you have an idea for this, Barumba?
Sorry, that meant to be a TTMS. I'm just reading it real quick.
It says no more than 5 feet, and the rock's at least 7 feet tall.
5 feet in dimension. Yeah. That was supposed to be TTMS, so I could read it. But yeah. Yeah. So,
I have a probably terrible idea. Take one of these little casks of spark powder, lead a trail from the top of the ship down to the stone, get back on deck, light the trail, jump into the water. It goes, blows up, maybe sinks the ship, maybe damages the stone.
I like it.
It is, it's all right. I mean, there's certainly one way to do it. It's very flashy, which I understand. What are our goals here? Just to destroy the ship, to try to destroy the stone?
I mean, we were just supposed to take out these bandits, and which we've mostly done, but there is still that one running about.
Yeah, the sneaky little one. Yep.
We should track that one down. But if we were to get that last one and then maybe explore more of this cave and figure out where it leads to, kind of see where it goes. So, but I guess the bigger thing is we don't know what the Bandit King is up to with this weird stone, and I'd rather he not get it.
Do you think blowing it up's going to do anything, or is it just going to like put it at the bottom of the water?
You might just do that, but better there than on the ship and easy to get
That's
access to.
I agree. Here's what I say. Let's get these stones.
when we were walking on the bottom of the lake floor, what was the bottom of that like?
Like silt.
Silt. Okay.
Yeah, was it very deep?
It was pretty deep. Probably about 60 to 80 feet down.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to suggest, Shawnee, and you can tell me if this is a legitimate idea. But whatever method we take to sink the stone to the bottom of the lake, can I use stone shape to like put it but pull stone up from underneath the bottom of the lake and to kind of wrap over it in like a cocoon?
Yeah, so you kind of want to Minecraft, create a hole, and let the thing slide down into the hole,
and then over it as well.
Cover over it, yeah.
I'd say
I can cast. I have 2 spell slots to do this twice, so if it costs 2 spell slots, I can afford that.
You might have to do it twice, but
okay.
it could be done. Just depends on how you get the stone down there.
If I need, I think I can put it in a little bit of a stone, little nest, a little bed, a little coffin, something like that. But if I do that, then the way that we sink the ship, I don't know that I can help out with that.
I think we have enough black powder here to make that happen.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, I could just start punching holes into the side of the ship until water comes in too. I've never done that before, but maybe it'll help.
It might hurt your hand.
Nah, I punched worse.
I don't want to rain on your parade. You do what you do, okay? You want to punch out the ship? You go.
I admit I'm not the brains to any operation. So you tell me what you need to do. I was just throwing it out there. I'm really good at punching things.
Well, why don't you take a few punches and we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go very well, then we can just use the black powder.
Like right now?
I mean, we should get off the boat first.
All right, no, that's fair.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fair.
you still don't. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can swim and it's kind of cold.
We will settle her on the rowboat. And
I
then
appreciate that, sir.
push her away from the boat proper.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I understand. Try punching.
We're gonna give her a shot.
If
Yeah.
punching
Gotta
doesn't
catch.
work, you're gonna try to blow it up. So no more
Yes.
investigating of the stone.
No,
Okay.
Alex
I don't
wants
think
to, but Chad is like, no, let's not.
I feel like, well, I don't know. I mean, Hilda, you might have other thoughts about this, but
Yeah.
I know that from my perspective, from my character's perspective, I don't know that we have the tool set to actually invest this thing properly. So,
Yeah, not yet.
so
Yeah, I feel like she wants to do more research and figure out maybe what this is.
So feels like a Barry. Now we'll get back to this when we've done our Googling.
Yeah. Google.
Our fantasy Googling.
Yeah.
All right. So gonna have to wrap up here in a second. So I'm gonna expedite this a little bit. So
Cool.
You go and you start your punching at the on the ship. Just pop. You get like little splinters coming off, and you imagine it's gonna start. It may you get a couple that actually deal some damage, but it would be slow going to do that for a length of time, given the nature of damage thresholds.
If I had the whole troop, maybe, but maybe blowing it up would just be easier. I was just trying to help. It was just brainstorming, you know.
We're like, oh, but you were so close. Okay. Well, I mean, if you say so, but like,
I know when to admit defeat, you know.
So all of you grab some of the casks of spark powder. You stack a couple below deck, and then you leave a nice little line trail of it up the stairs and back outside. And
I can produce flame and get it from a distance too.
there you go. So you could just like lead it up to like where the
Just like the
hatch.
railing where the statue was, pretty
Yeah.
much. Just go,
And you spark it, and all of you hustle it, jumping into the water, moving away as fast as you can. And there's a couple seconds pause, and then you hear a poof beneath deck, and you see there's some holes get blown out on the side of it. There's this loud reverberation through the cave, and it sort of deafens you for a moment. That actually that ringing comes back for a different reason. And you stand there for the next 20 minutes or so as the ship slowly begins to take on water and then kind of nestles back down and eventually begins to turn and sink down into the waters below, out of sight. Now, do you want to also swim down there and try to stone shape it into a hole, or just leave it below deck, hidden in the ship?
No, I'll stone shape it. I'll try to bury it. Okay. Yeah.
You still have your water breathing, and your water walk is turned off.
With him because I also have the water breathing.
Yeah. The two of you chop at the side of the ship, and using your incredible strengths, push the stone underwater, and it's slow process, and it's draining. And Chad, as you lay your hands on it, you feel this again, that humming, this reverberation, this pulsing coming from it. There's some sort of connection between you and the stone, but you push harder and harder and harder until you get it over the get it onto the solid ground and the silt.
Also, just flavor. I also have shape water, and I can create basic cubes of ice in the water to kind of push it in the angle that I want it to go to.
Okay.
To try to get it out, or maybe create ice in between planks of wood, split it open. So
Sure.
I don't think that mechanically works out so well, but flavor wise, but just to get it out of the ship.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. But using your abilities, you are able to get it out, and then you cast your stone shape, creating a nice little hole, and then you push the obelisk down, and it falls, nestling in the hole. A bunch of silt is kicked up until you can't see for a moment, until the silt settles once again, and it's nestled sort of perfectly down inside of it. And then you just push the stone in the earth once again, and you would never know it was there. And as you all come back up to the surface and dry off and look around the cavern, looking for clues on what to do next, we're going to go ahead and call our session there for tonight. I'll go ahead and put on some goodbye music. I need to find the music that we used to use for surround.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of what it sounded like.
I'll have to find it. I don't remember what it was now. Anyway, so Cooper can. So thank you everyone out there for joining us here tonight. We'll have to see what comes of this next. Thank you, Sid, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Hope you had
So much fun.
a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
And you'll see all of us again soon enough. We'll have streams throughout the week, and you'll see us in all of our upcoming shows. Check out our schedule below. If you scroll down here on the Twitch chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube later on, you can hop over to our Twitch and look at our schedule there for all of our awesome shows that we do here. Otherwise, I don't really have anything else. I think that's it for tonight. We'll check out our Twitter if we do anything else throughout the weekend, because I don't think we have any scheduled streams tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. Anything else from you guys?
Nope.
Thanks again for having me. So much fun.
Of course.
Yeah,
You
thanks
are
for coming.
welcome back anytime.
Thanks for a good session, Chad, and for doing the stream stuff.
Oh, yeah. No
Double
problem.
duty.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do this all the time. It's only mildly stressful. But yeah, so we'll be back this time next week. Same time, same place. And until then, you all have a nice rest of your week. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Wetmunch.com.